Of all the things that have made this year so different, so difficult, today is somewhere on that list. Something we cherish, something we anticipate has changed. It's been taken from us. The zaniness of the Midway, meeting friends at Big Tex, a sellout crowd and marching bands at full voice. Fans who have made the trip to Dallas for generations. This year, gathering around the TV or the radio back home. It's not supposed to be this way. Hopefully, it'll never be this way again. But in this you can rest assured, this is still the greatest single game in American sports. Today, for the 116th time, it's OU Texas. A game, an event, a rivalry that bridges history, that defines legacies, that denotes greatness, and then echoes it far into the future. This game, regardless of circumstances, this game is bigger, stands taller, matters more. This is the game that floods your memory. This is the game that boils your blood. This is the game that sends your pulse racing and your heart pounding and your spirit soaring. The sounds, the sights, the smells, the colors. This is that game. And in 3.5 hours, someone is planting their flag in the middle of this grand old stadium and donning a golden hat wrapped in glory. You can't change that. You can't take away how much this game means in the pit of the stomachs of millions on both sides of the River Red. Sure, things are different, but this very proudly and resiliently stays the same. This is still OU Texas.
Looking, now he tucks it, he'll run it himself, steps out to the goal line, flipping into the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Pulls it back in over the middle, caught, touchdown! And the Longhorns strike first in overtime.
Looks deep, wings it for Mims down the middle, he's got it! 10-5, touchdown! Wow!
Ball's loose, on the turf, Longhorns recover! This game is over!
Throws to the bullfrog, he'll hop into the end zone, easy like Sunday morning.
It's time for the greatest game in American sports. It's the 116th Red River Showdown. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. Here we go, live from the venerable Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. This is Sooner football.
They've played this game since 1900. It's the 92nd straight year it's here in Dallas. It's never been like this. The stands are only 25% full. But I know all of you at home who wish you were here today. You're with us in spirit. It's a rivalry unlike any other and a setting unlike any other. Today is different. But the magnitude, it is very much still at its peak. The Sooners need it. The Longhorns need it. Time to get it on. Here we go. Oklahoma will go right to left in quarter number one. Cameron Dicker walks it off for Texas. Dicker, the kicker, looks left, looks right, puts his hand in the air, toe to leather, and we are underway in the 116th Red River Showdown. It's a touchback, and the Sooners will start on the 25. And pushing and shoving on the Oklahoma kickoff just like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to see, right?
Border rivals get together. It'll be Spencer Rattler, set to take his first snap in this great rivalry, joined by T.J. Pledger at running back, Drake Stoops, Theo Weiss, Charleston Rambo, the pass catchers, Austin Stogner lined up tight end left. From their own 25, Rattler in the shotgun, sends Stoops in motion, fumbles the snap, gets it back, throws it to Stoops, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a 5-yard loss.
We try and go lateral there just with a little swing pass to Drake Stoops as he comes in motion across the formation. Looked like Rattler wasn't ready for that snap. Caught him on the shoulder pad. Lucky he didn't mishandle that thing off the bounce.
Sooners behind the chains already. 2nd and 15, and a flag is down. And this is going to be
Snap infraction. Offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
A little bit of nerves here early on with the offense. Just need to settle in, get to that running game, be fine.
Make it 2nd and 20 now. Both of these teams heavily penalized this year. The Sooners get their first already, just over 30 seconds in. Trips left on 2nd and 20. Blitzes on. Rattler dumps it across the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Pledger out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and very long.
Just hurried it a bit. We're a little out of sync right now. This is a time where it wouldn't shock me if Lincoln Riley just got really conservative here with everything kind of going haywire these first couple of plays.
3rd and 20. From their own 15, and there's early movement again. Tyrese Robinson, it looked like.
False start. Offense, number 52, 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
This is happening on the Sooners' end of the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, not good. And I think Creed Humphrey may be having a little trouble hearing the clap from Spencer Rattler because several of the linemen moved. He didn't snap the football.
So it's 3rd and 25 from the 10 now. Sooners go 4 wides. Pledger in to help block. It is a handoff to Pledger, running left to the 10 to the 15. He's got a lot of room to the 20, and he's chopped down at the 21. So he got 11, but well shy of the first down, and the Sooners start with a 3-and-out on offense. B.J. Foster, the tackle.
Not the opening drive that you want, but I like the play call there on 3rd and extra long. We're not in sync right now. Let's not compound things with trying to get a huge play and maybe turn the thing over. So not what you want, but hey, I've never won a football game on the opening series.
Deshaun Jameson deep to receive for Texas. Looks to be a little confusion up front for Oklahoma. The snap back is a spiral booming punt. Nicely done. Jameson back to receive it. He's hit as he flag is down. The ball's loose. Texas falls on it inside the 15, but I think Buki hit Jameson too soon.
Well, I got news for you. Not only is that going to be early, I think they may get him for a targeting. He hit him high right on the chin with his helmet.
Yeah, I think Buki just played his last play in this football game, guys.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team, number 44. 15-yard penalty is enforced from the spot of the foul. 1st down, Texas.
So no targeting. That is a situation where the booth can signal down to the refs on the field if they want them to look at it again, but hopefully that won't happen. That'll move the ball out to the 42 of Texas. So an inauspicious start to this one. Sooners go 3-and-out, actually went 3 and backwards. A third penalty already in the game on the punt for the Sooners. And Texas starts good field position at their own 43. Going left to right in the road whites, the Longhorns. 13:24 to go, first quarter. Sam Ehlinger has Keontae Ingram, who fumbled on the goal line last week. Cost him the game against TCU. He's the back. 3 wides and a tight end. Out of the shotgun, Ehlinger playing in his 5th OU Texas game. Takes the snap. Quick throw out to the left. It's caught at the line of scrimmage, and plowing forward for a short game is Jordan Whittington. Jaden Davis, the stop.
Just a little quick. I mean, that's basically an RPO there where Ehlinger has the opportunity to throw it out wide to swing it. They've got the numbers on the outside, or that was going to be quarterback run game on the inside.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Man in motion left to right. That's Eagles. Handoff, Keontae Ingram running right, turns it up, has the first down into Sooner territory. Ball's loose, and the Sooners have recovered. Ingram fumbled it, and the Sooners fell on it at the 40-yard line. Perrion Winfrey hit him, and Isaiah Thomas jumped on it. It's a turnover.
That's exactly what you want right there. It looked like actually.
On the field is a fumble, recovered by the defense. It's 1st down, Oklahoma.
Asamoah going in for the tackle, kind of paws at that football. and it comes out of there. That was another end-over formation that we've seen against Kansas State, against Iowa State. It looks like Texas is going to, come out and attack us there also, and that was going to be a pretty big running play if we didn't get that ball out of there, but that's exactly what you want. Momentum was heavily in Texas's favor. You got to just relax. You're going to make plays too, and we got the ball back.
Timeout on the field. Two struggling teams coming into this one. Sloppy early. The Sooners, though, force the first turnover of the day. They'll take over on their own 40 when we come back. No score, 12:51 to go first quarter. First half brought to you by Homeland Grocery, locally owned by our employees. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College. True freshman out of St. Louis. He is slot left as the Sooners looking for a better offensive possession this time. Rattler rolling right, throws to Henderson, open 40-45, turns it up, first down into Longhorn territory. Mikey Henderson, he got 15.
Just an easy little bootleg there, play action, little half roll by Spencer Rattler. Mikey Henderson comes all the way across the formation. They'll run that. That's just your split zone action. Typically, he'll block the edge guy, but on the boot, he fakes the block and releases to the flat.
Pledger and Hall in the backfield, Stoops in motion. First time we've seen the Bullfrog today from the Texas 45. Rattler, handoff Pledger, cuts it up across the 45, has a hole, 40, 35, to the 30, bounces outside, 25, to the 20, puts his head down, and the Sooners are in the red zone. TJ Pledger.
And I think we're going to see that all day, boys. This is what Texas's run defenses look like. Just gaping holes out there. It's not so much missed tackles. It's just guys not in position to make plays. Blocked up nicely on the front. And I like our wide receivers convoy blocking down the field.
26 yards for Pledger. Sooners in the red zone, sponsored by Delta Dental of Oklahoma, the state's leading dental benefits provider. Handoff Pledger, running right, cuts it up to the 15, and he's not sideways there. Give him to the 16. A first down run of 3.
I like Swinson there burying a guy at the end of that play. That's what we're used to in this football game. Oklahoma's offensive line just hammering guys, those Texas defensive linemen, and punishing them.
Marcus Major in. Haven't seen him in the last couple of weeks. Did not play against Kansas State or Iowa State. Giving Pledger a blow. 2nd and 7 from the Texas 16. It is a play action. Rattler looking end zone. Pulls it down, wants to run it himself, and he is caught from behind by Joseph Osai after a gain of 2 down to the 14.
Boy, it looked like he had Stogner there. It was tight coverage, but Stogner's got that size advantage, and he had positioning.
Timeout on the field for an injured player. Timeout on the field.
It's a Longhorn that's hurt.
Looks like Mitchell.
It is. Good eyes, Gabe. Jawan Mitchell. And they're going to take a media timeout, it looks like here, so we will as well. Sooners facing a 3rd down and 5 when we come back. Nothing, Sooners threatening. A couple of big plays after the turnover by Mikey Henderson and TJ Pledger. But they face a 3rd and 5 here from the Longhorn 14-yard line. Pledger back in at running back. Stogner tight end right. Trips to the left. Weiss, Rambo, Stoops.
Lincoln Riley just pointed out something to the head linesman before the snap. We'll see what it is. And now he's going to come over and chat with the referee, Brandon Cruz. But Lincoln went sprinting down the sideline and had a conversation with the head linesman. Now they're going to come over and talk with Lincoln, and we'll get an explanation.
Is the down distance or the down marker correct over there?
It is 3rd down. So it appeared to be something either maybe with Texas personnel.
Number 8 for Texas was the player who was injured. He can sit out one play. Yeah. He's not in the game at this moment. Here we go.
There's no number 8. It's number 6.
I think they meant number 6, yeah, and Lincoln thought he saw him out there on the field, would be my guess. And I mean, everyone, Toby, was out there. DeMarco Murray was, Bill Beatonbow was, Shane Beamer was.
Here we go. Rattler in the shotgun. Pledger in front of him and to the right. Kind of in a wing position. Behind the guard. Snap. Rattler back to pass. Blitz picked up. Throws left side. That's caught at the 10-yard line. Flags fly in the offensive backfield. Did Rattler get hit late?
Yep. He got rocked. And he's letting the sidelines know he's okay.
It's close to a first down. It got to the 9. That's right at the first down marker on the play. The pass to Rambo.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 98. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Wait, I don't know if you guys have seen the replay yet, but that was blatant. That was a good 2 steps after the ball was out of Rattler's hands.
They need to be careful there. So Joseph Osai off the ball in the middle of the field there. A different little rush package wrinkle there from Texas. So that's something they're going to have to figure out on the sideline.
Moro Ojimo picks up the personal foul from the 4-yard line. First and goal. Throw end zone incomplete. Little low for Stogner. It'll be second and goal.
It's the right idea. Throw it low and away, protect him, and where he can go down and try and make that play. But the timing was just a little off. Let him a little bit too much. I like that idea, though.
Scoreless game. 10:22 to go first quarter in Dallas. Sooners knocking on the door. They've been great in the first quarter this year. They've outscored their opponents 48-3. Trips right, Weiss to the left, Pledger in the backfield. Shotgun snap, Rattler looking to throw again. He'll run it himself to the 5, steps out of a tackle, and he's sat on at the 2. It'll be third and goal.
You know, they spread them out here. They've got 4 wide, you know, trips to the far side, and then Weiss is outside, and they just try and run that quarterback lead and get the running back in there to make a block, and Rattler have a 2-way go, but rallied too nicely by the defensive line from Texas.
They got down to the 1 early last week at Iowa State and settled for a field goal. Let's see what happens here. Third and goal from the 2. Stogner and Rambo split wide right. Double tight end left. Now here goes Rambo in motion. Snap to Rattler. Looks right, throws right, caught, hit, popped out. It's incomplete. It was Rambo that caught it around the 4, and he got smacked.
It was an incomplete forward pass. It's 4th down.
B.J. Foster hit him, and the Sooners will indeed settle for a field goal try.
Yeah, they just tried a little pick route out there. They got man-to-man coverage, 2 little combo wide receiver tight end route, and kind of looked like an illegal pick route to me, actually, but, you know, didn't get called for, incomplete pass.
19-yard field goal try for Gabe Burkich. Just inside the left hash. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is away, and he drilled it. And the Sooners indeed strike first. Texas keeps him out of the end zone, but the turnover turns into points for OU. And with 9:34 to go first quarter, it is 3-0 Sooners.
It's like an assistant to the assistant. And watching the running back, Seth McGowan hasn't stopped talking, even though he's not playing, since this game started. He's fired up to be here and be a part of this and helping out guys in any way that he can for DeMarco Murray and this running back crew.
Sooner football is brought to you by Camping World. For all your RV, tailgating, and outdoor gear needs, visit Camping World, Gander RV, and Airstream of Oklahoma in Oklahoma City, in-store or online today. First kickoff for Gabe Burkich today.
You better be ready to cover a kick here. After Iowa State brought it out every time, I think Kansas State brought it out a bunch. You better be ready to cover this thing.
Only 5 of Burkich's 13 kickoffs have been touchbacks this year. And this will come down a yard deep, and it'll bounce around. Deshaun Jameson had a hard time handling it, so he'll just take the touchback.
He couldn't see it. That ball was coming out. He was going to catch it a yard deep and bring it out, but looked like he lost it in the sun. He was trying to shield his eyes right there at the last second. That's going to be a factor today. Whenever you've shown that you're going to give up a couple of plays in the kicking game, they're going to try and attack you on it.
Pike Pass drive summary, 9 plays, 58 yards, and 317 for OU. They ran it 4 times for 33 yards on that drive. Skip the nickels and dimes, get there in time with Pike Pass.
I think Texas is probably going to go with some quarterback run game here to start things off. They wanted to start the last drive off with it, but he threw the hot.
5-star running back Bijan Robinson, the true freshman out of Tucson, Arizona, in the game. Did not play last week. Ehlinger's going to play action, throws left side. It is intercepted! Flag down, but Trey Brown picked it off. He jumped the route. Let's see if it stands. Wouldn't that be something on back-to-back plays if they force 2 turnovers after forcing only 2 all year? They're talking about it.
Looked like maybe a little bit of tug.
Pass, holding, defense number 6, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
On the replay, just a little bit of tug on that shoulder pad by Trey Brown whenever he was coming out of that break. That one could go either way. That's a tough call.
That would have been great.
I mean, they had the running game called, and Ehlinger, for some reason, checked out of that. Saw something he liked. Maybe it was that matchup, but
he
tough
was looking
call
for Joshua Moore, his favorite wideout. So it's 1st and 10 now at the 35. Ehlinger play action. Going to take a deep shot down the far sideline. Eagles can't get there. He overthrew it. Jaden Davis running step for step with Big Brennan Eagles. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Overthrew it, and I like the fact that we got some good pressure up the middle. I don't know if that was Winfrey, but someone was right there in Ehlinger's face whenever he let go of that football.
3-0 Sooners lead. 9:14 to go in the first. Second Texas possession. Tight end Cade Brewer in motion, now sets up right into the line. Ehlinger on 2nd and 10 out of the shotgun. He's got it. It is a handoff. Bijan Robinson turns it up, and he's tripped up by his own man at the 38. Had a little space there, but he got tangled up in the feet of an offensive lineman. It'll be 3rd and 7.
He did. Bad cut there. They had it blocked up on the front side. They're going to come back to that. They've had some success in the running game. That first series, they went to end over and had about a 12, 15-yard run before the fumble, and that one was open for them as well. We got to dial in those run fits a little bit better.
With 25% of the Crimson crowd to our right doing their best to make 100% of noise. 3rd and 7. 4 wide receivers set. Ehlinger takes the football, straight drop, 4-man rush, looks left, takes another deep shot, far sidelines. It is incomplete, double coverage. Jaden Davis and Delarian Turner yell there, and the Sooners have forced a punt.
Pretty good rush there up front. We didn't get to him, but we kind of caved that pocket in a little bit. And it looks like he's going to take some deep shots. I mean, we have 2 guys there, one underneath, one over the top, and almost looked like had he had his eyes on the ball, Turner Yale could have made a play on that for an interception.
So the Sooner defense starts with a turnover on possession 1 and a punt on possession 2. Marvin Mims deep to receive for the Sooners. Ryan Bushevsky, the junior from Australia, will kick it away. 8:29 to go in the quarter. There's the boot. Boy, nearly blocked, and it's a shank off the side of the foot. It bounces at the 37 and goes back upfield. Takes an OU bounce to the 40, and that's where the Sooners will start this possession.
You know, the first couple of possessions here have been strange. You know, obviously our first possession was ugly, then Texas turns it over on their first possession. And in our second possession, we're running the ball really good, and then we get away from it. And Texas themselves have shown some good things in the running game earlier, and they get away with it. Some interesting play calling here early by these offensive coordinators.
Nick Benito, I believe it was, not far from blocking that Bushevsky punt. And the Sooners start for the second straight time on their own 40-yard line. 4 wide receivers. Marvin Mims out there. Jeremiah Hall sets up tight end left. Snap. It's a handoff to Major running left. Got room. 40, 45, midfield 50. Down the sidelines. Oh, he's tripped up by his shoestrings, but he's into Texas territory. And it's another big run for the OU running backs. Give Major 21 yards on the ground to the Texas 39.
Pretty good. Osai just totally runs himself out of the play and has a gaping hole there for our running back to run through, and they get the edge. He's off to the races. If he doesn't stumble there, he's probably gone.
How about Brian Darby getting some playing time for OU? He'll come out now, replaced by Drake Stoops.
I heard some good things about him through training camp.
Hall in motion, 3-0 OU, 7:50 to go first quarter. Rattler rolling right, quick throw out to the side, caught. That's Mims. First down again to the Texas 29, and he splits defenders. He's down there. Move the chains. First down's brought to you by Enable Midstreams.
Well, I like that running game over to Osai's side. He's just flying up the field, and he opens up a massive gap there. If he's going to do that all game long, we're going to have a lot of success over running to his side.
Mims right. Theo Howard split left. Power pistol loaded left for OU. 1st and 10 from the Texas 29. Darby now in motion. Snap. It is a delayed handoff to Major. He's hit in the backfield. That play didn't work. A loss of 1 on the run.
Poor block there by Jeremiah Hall. This is that split zone that I always talk about. He comes across the formation to block the edge player there, and that time it was Osai. And he just kind of sidestepped him, swiped him away, and made that play in the backfield.
Anton Harrison at left tackle on 2nd and 11. Rattler deep drop looking to throw. Has a shot. Marvin Mims wide open. Touchdown! Marvin Mims came wide open, and Rattler
everyone's got their eyes on Rattler when he steps up. No one even thinks about covering the deep wide receivers on the crossing route. There's no one within 20 yards of him.
A 30-yard touchdown pass to Marvin Mims, his 4th touchdown of the year. And it's 9-0 OU. Here's Burkich to try to make it 10. And he does. Touchdowns brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. Sooners have been great in the first quarter this year, and they're doing it again. 6:47 to go, and it's 10-0 OU. First half brought to you by Homeland Grocery, locally owned by our employees. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College.
Out so far.
Yeah, it's good to see him back out there close to 100% after playing the last couple banged up. I'm so confused at what Texas is doing on the defensive line against the running game. You heard Teddy talking about Joseph Osai just flying up the field. Like, if they're going to play the outside zone scheme the way that they're playing it currently, OU's going to rush for 250 yards, and they're going to run that play about 30 times. Like, I have no clue what they're doing at the defensive end position. It makes no sense, but I hope they keep doing it.
Burkich got into that one, and that's another touchback. So far, OU 7 carries, 64 yards. They are averaging 9.1 yards per carry on the ground.
They need to keep going to it, man. That's what we've seen from Texas. Running game has been poor, huge holes, and in the passing game, free runners. And that's exactly what we've seen so far. Mims wide open there. No one picks him up in zone coverage. When Rattler steps up in the pocket there, looks like he may be able to make a break for it. I mean, there's no one in the secondary ready to pick him up.
David Agwebu in at linebacker here. Trey Norwood on the field as a safety. Marcus Stripling rushing the passer. 1st and 10 from the 25. Ehlinger takes the shotgun snap. He's going to lob it out, caught by the tight end on the edge, and Norwood chops down big Jared Wiley like he's a cherry tree, but it's a gain of 8 out to the 33.
That's the same thing we saw earlier when we completed one to Jeremiah Hall, just that split zone action with the tight end extended to the flat.
2nd and 2, Texas goes tempo. Handoff, Keontae Ingram, and he's stacked up and driven back. That'll be no gain at best. John Michael Terry, among others, in on the tackle. And it'll be 3rd down.
They really like quarterback run game on 3rd and short. I think this is a little bit long for that, but they really love Ehlinger. Quarterback sneaks, sweeps.
They go empty. Ehlinger alone in the backfield. Roshan Johnson, the back sent out far wide right. Sooners showing blitz up the middle. 3rd and 3. Snap. Ehlinger wants to throw. 4-man rush. Does. Caught. 1st down. Room to run for Whittington to midfield, and he's banged out there. Jordan Whittington came free, and it's a 1st down, Texas to the OU 48.
And we're in zone coverage there. We just have no one locked down on the number 2 wide receiver, and we got to be better than that. That's a free runner in the secondary. We haven't seen that a whole lot this year.
Gain of 20. Texas puts 4 wide receivers to the right of the formation. Quick throw out. That's caught by Whittington to get it midfield, and Pookie comes in to blow it up. That'll be a loss of 1. Well played there.
Really good job. Agwebu, because of the formation, is extended out there, so he's there to help. And that big body tries to get blocked by a wide receiver and just shoves him right in the mouth of the running back.
That was pretty awesome from Agwebu.
It was.
Sooners lead at 10-0. 5 minutes to go first quarter. 2nd and 11 for Texas. Man in motion left to right. Snap to Ehlinger. He's going to lob it out. That's caught by Joshua Moore on the edge. Watch out down the sidelines to the 35 and out of bounds. It's a Texas 1st down. A gain of 14.
We bring him across the formation, and that gets difficult with the hard play action. No one picks him up. We don't get enough guys, enough numbers out there.
Texas goes quick again from the Sooner 35. Ehlinger hands off. Roshan Johnson stacked up in the line of scrimmage and driven back. Brian Asamoah and Josh Ellison there on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Really good job there, trying to read the mesh point. Ehlinger keeps it in there for a while, but then finally gives it. We got 2 guys there. Really good read by Asamoah.
Freshman running back Bijan Robinson checks in for Roshan Johnson. 2nd and 10 from the Sooner 35. 4:05 to go in the quarter. Sooners up 10-0. Ehlinger claps his hands, takes the football, 4-man rush, deep drop, looking deep, takes a shot at the end zone. It is knocked down. Woody Washington broke it up, intended for Joshua Ward.
Really good job there. He's got inside position, the wide receiver does, and Ehlinger throws a high ball, and he's able to go up and make the play over the top. If he throws a dart and flattens him out a little bit, they may have had something there. Poor throw from Ehlinger.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. This is fringe area, though, for Texas. This may be a play where they try and get a decent chunk and go for it on 4th down.
4 wides. Wiley, the tight end, left into the line. From the Sooner 35, back to pass. Ehlinger under pressure. He spins out, and he's down. Ogwebu had it. Did they blow the whistle? It's incomplete at best. Ogwebu all over Sam Ehlinger back at the 45-yard line, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass. It looked like Ehlinger's knee was down when he threw that football. It's 4th and 10.
Benito started it all. He got a great jump. I thought he may have been offsides, but he created all the chaos, forced Ehlinger to have to step up and dodge him in the pocket, and Ogwebu on a hug rush was right there. You're not getting out of the 6'4", 250-pounder's hands when he gets them on you.
Looks like Texas is going to take a delay of game here. They're still on the sidelines. There's 3 on the play clock. And here comes the delay of game flag. So at the 35-yard line, rather than go for the long field goal.
Delay of game.
Interesting.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Cameron Dicker has made a 57-yarder in his career. It would be 52 from there. But instead of trying it, they will take the delay of game and attempt to pin the Sooners deep with a punt.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of shocked with the area that they're in, that they didn't try and run it there on 3rd down. Just try and catch the defense in something conservative and try and maybe pop something and go for it on 4th. Kind of a weird sequence.
Buszewski shanked his first punt. Here comes his second. He got it off end over end with backspin. It will land at the 3, and well done. Bounces and is caught there at the 4. And so the Sooners will start inside the 5-yard line after a 36-yard punt. Surprised that Tom Herman didn't try the long field goal?
I mean, I don't know. He knows more about his kicker than I do. If there's something there, if there's some reason that he wouldn't attempt that, maybe he's fighting through something. I don't know. Maybe he feels it's too early to give Oklahoma really good field position if you were to miss it. I mean, it's a pretty good trade-off whenever you pin him inside the 5-yard line. I mean, that's kind of what you're doing that for.
3:38 to go first quarter, 10-0 OU. They start at their own 4 with Pledger at running back on the left hip of Spencer Rattler.
We throw a little end over at Texas here.
2 wides, 2 tight ends. Snap, handoff Pledger, looking for running room. Across the 5, and he backs his way out to the 8. He got 4. Sooners going right to left in front of us in the home crimson jerseys. They're the home team this year. They're right in front of Eichert's Island right now.
The whole section to himself.
2nd and 6 from the 8. Pistol formation. Rattler's got it. Handoff. Pledger running right. Bounces it outside. Trying to get to the corner. Turns it up to the 10, and he goes flying out to the 11-yard line. He left his feet. That was a violent 3-yard run. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
And I wish he would have kept this inside. He tries to bounce it. Hall's got a good block on his guy. Looked like they had a crease for him, but he tries to bounce it all the way outside.
Yeah, I think that was a poor decision by TJ Pledger there. I mean, he had a lot more grass inside.
3rd and 2.5. 2.5 to go first quarter. 4 wide receivers set. They've kept it on the ground so far this possession. Rattler's going to throw this time. Looks left, throws left. Stogner's got it. Got to get to the first down marker, and I think he just barely got there. He had his pins taken out from under him. They'll spot it at the 14, and it looks like it's enough. It is. It's a first down. B.J. Foster, a good tackle, but Stogner fell forward, and he's 6'6", so they move the chains.
And the throw kind of pulled him back a little bit from the line of scrimmage. And it was a good job by him to turn as he's going to the ground and get it.
They're going to take another look at this, I think, guys.
Ruling on the field on the previous play was that the runner made the line to gain. That ruling's under review.
All right, so we got a first down brought to you by Enable Midstream Partners, and our first review of the day. Our reviews, as always, presented by Noble McIntyre Law. Download the McIntyre Law app for a chance to win a VIP experience to this year's Bedlam game.
Well, I will say this from a sideline perspective, guys. There wasn't a lot of confidence that he had made the line to gain. Calvin Thibodeau was kind of running up and down the sidelines to get his defense ready.
I'll just tell you, from the replay I've seen, I don't think there's enough there to overturn it. I mean, it looks like a pretty decent spot to me. And, you know, on the reviews they're going to be looking at, as the camera zoomed in, the little Big 12 logo on the top of the down marker actually blocks the final part of the play where from the best angle of the camera that's sitting right there on the yard to gain. So I'd be shocked if this was overturned. I don't see enough there.
You guys, you'll feel better that he has a very large TV that he is taking in.
Look at all the other refs. The refs are all looking up at the big screen. Well, the one that matters is anyway. We are your one-stop shop for exclusive OU apparel. Jimmy Austin OU Golf Club, an unmatched golfing experience. Jimmy Austin OU Golf Club, where we encourage you to golf like a champion.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field stands as called. It's first down.
So the Sooners have pushed it off their goal line. They got the first down, and the drive's alive here with 2 minutes exactly to go in quarter number one. 10-0 Oklahoma leads. A 19-yard Gabe Burkich field goal and a 30-yard touchdown pass from Rattler to Marvin Mims. I'd be surprised if they don't look for a home run ball here from the 14. Trips right, tight end left. Rattler, handoff Pledger, running right to the 15. Steps out of a tackle, spins his way out near the 20. Give him 6.
And that's going to be there all day. We're just seaming them, man. There's plenty of holes to cut to for these running backs. We can get the edge on some of the zone stuff. The gap scheme's working. Everything in the running game looks good right now.
I mean, Ehlinger is stretching him 5 yards.
Rattler back to pass, dump out to Pledger on the screen to the 20, cuts it up 25, 30-yard line, makes a cut, and he's upended. He flips his way out to the 33. TJ Pledger again, 13 yards this time.
Just an easy little screen pass over there, and this is where you want to see if that Texas defense can run. And we got offensive linemen out in front. We got backers coming underneath those guys, even though the running backs all the way made the edge already. This is going to be a big day for Oklahoma's offense.
1 minute to go first quarter. They've pushed it out to the 33. First and 10. Double back set this time, Major and Hall, as Stoops goes in motion left to right. Sets up in the slot. Rattler, delayed handoff, Major, running right. Runs into a wall of crimson, and he's down after just one to the 34.
Just didn't get enough movement there. That's that gap scheme with the counter. And, we've got basically a stalemate out there on the edge, so the pullers aren't able to get around and get through, kind of get pushed back into the running back's lap a little bit. We've got to be a little more physical on that play.
2nd and 9. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Going to have to snap it here. 2 seconds difference between play clock and shot clock, if you will. Rattler back to pass. Looks right. Takes a shot deep down the far sideline. Looking for Rambo. Incomplete. Off of his right hand. It'll be third down.
I mean, that's a perfect ball there by Spencer Rattler. And he's got a step on him. I don't know why he didn't put that left hand up there to help himself pull it in. Tried to one-hand it. I don't know if maybe the DB had grabbed a hold of it or what, but looked like he had a better opportunity to make that catch.
Deshaun Jameson in coverage. 3rd and 9. Sooners 1 for 3 on third downs today. Trips left, Stodner to the right. Got to get to the 43 for a first down. Now he sends Pledger out left as well. They go empty. Rattler's got it. 4-man rush. Here comes a blitz. Throw across the middle. Intercepted. At the 40. This could be a touchdown. Back the other way to the 10, and Rattler knocks DeMarvion over, shown out of bounds. Texas will have first and goal.
I mean, Texas is bringing a blitz here, and they're dropping some of their guys out. They're showing it up there in the A gaps, and they drop the backers out. I mean, they had we had 4 wide receivers down here. They only had 3 guys covering them.
This is the end of the first quarter. Timeout on the field.
Rattler goes backside on it, and I guess he didn't think that that inside player was going to drop out and go underneath number 1, and he throws it right to him. I mean, hits him directly in the chest with it.
Toby Rowland, Teddy Lehman, Gabe Eichern, Chris Plank back with you in the Cotton Bowl. 10-0 OU as we start the second. Demarion Overshone has just intercepted Spencer Rattler, and Texas has their best scoring threat of the day here from the 11-yard line in Sooner territory. Bijan Robinson in at running back for Texas. Sam Ehlinger takes the snap. It's a handoff. No, it's a keeper. Ehlinger then throws late to the sidelines, and it's incomplete. As he was going to the ground, he tried to dump a lateral out to Jared Wiley. That was weird. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Texas, they like empty down here in the tight red zone to try and get some pick routes. They love the quarterback run game. You'll see Ehlinger keep it quite a bit down here. And they also like to sprint pass and get him outside of the pocket on the edge.
Jeremiah Cradell in coverage there. 2nd and 10. Double backs, one of them the tight end, Brewer. Snap, play action. Ehlinger looks right. Now he's under pressure. Flush to the right, and he is down. They got him. It's a sack. Nick Bonito. They got him 9 times last year. The first sack of the day today moves Texas back to the 17.
And Bonito looks like he's kind of in a spy. He didn't come right off the snap, just kind of shuffled his feet, and when it looked like Ehlinger was going to take off, he added to the blitz and got that sack from behind. That was a nice play.
3rd and 16 from the 17. Texas goes empty. Longhorns moving toward their end of the Cotton Bowl here, right to left. Sooners showing blitz. Ehlinger puts a man in motion. There's the snap. Here comes pressure. Ehlinger in the pocket. He'll run it. He's got room to the 10, to the 5, to the 3. There's a violent collision, but he falls forward to the 1. Here comes flags late.
Late hit Texas. Late hit. The Texas offensive linemen, guys, cleaned the pile of Delaire and Turner Yell at the end of that.
And Ehlinger can get a first down there if he's inside the 1. And it looks really close on the replay as to whether or not he got it.
Chad, I'm right on the line right now, and he is just short. I mean, just short of the first down marker.
So if he gets it, then it is a first down. Then they enforce the penalty.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense number 68. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. The down will count. It's 4th down.
Wow. That's a senior. That's one of their captains, Derek Kerstetter, the center. And a killer of a penalty for Texas, and they'll settle for a field goal try.
Guys, Nick Bonito, heck of a series, down on one knee here on the sideline. He's wearing a massive elbow brace as an addition today, just getting some electrolytes in him, making sure he's hydrated. I'm sure that there's a little pain in that elbow, but he's fighting through it today. He's a warrior.
Cameron Dicker 3 for 4 on the year. This is a 33-yard attempt, just right of center. 13:48 to go till halftime, trying to put Texas on the board for the first time. There's the boot. Line drive kick is good. So the turnover results in 3, but only 3. Sooner defense keeps them out of the end zone. And with 13:40 to go till halftime, our new score is Oklahoma 10 and Texas 3. Today's first half brought to you by Homeland Grocery. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College.
Up and you force a field goal. Teddy, that has to give them so much confidence going into this game. I mean, that's just huge.
Well, and here's the thing. They're getting to the quarterback. Ehlinger's been under a ton of pressure, and that's one of the things that's really been missing from our defensive line the first part of the season. Not good enough pass rush. And we're getting to Ehlinger. He's a little rattled. Now, he did get out of there on that last play before the penalty, but for the most part, that's a great hold for our defense.
Cameron Dicker to kick it away. 13:40 to go. All but one of his kickoffs have been touchbacks this year, and this one will be as well. The Pike Pass drive summary. This is the kind of drive summary you like if you're a defense. Texas 4 plays, -5 yards in a minute 20. Pike Pass, skip the nickels and dimes, get there in time with Pike Pass. So the Sooners will start on the 25. leading 10-3. Sooner football brought to you by Bank of Oklahoma. Long live your money. Marcus Major will get the first crack at it at running back this possession with Mims, Stoops, Hall, and Howard at wide receiver. And now Lincoln Riley wants to put the ball on the left hash. OU in the home crimson jerseys going left to right here in quarter two. Headed toward the friendly end of the Cotton Bowl. Rattler in the shotgun. He's 7 of 12 for 70 yards, a touchdown and a pick so far. Low snap, picks it up. Rattler rolling right, throws. Mim has it, and he's blown up at the 29-yard line. He took a hard hit. It's a gain of 4. Give him 5 to the 30.
I love the composure by Rattler, picking up a low snap and still rolling out and putting the ball on the spot. Right there, just a quick little comeback. Get you in good second down and distance here where you can run the football.
Josh Thompson hit him. Sooners out rushing Texas so far, 78-25 in that stat we always keep a close eye on in this game. Handoff up the middle, and there's nowhere to run this time. No gain. It'll be third down. That was Major.
Yeah, I like the perimeter stuff a lot more right now.
I was about to say, Teddy, I know that they love that bread and butter, those gap schemes, but those big bodies that Texas has, especially in the interior of the defensive line, make them move laterally. Run the perimeter stuff.
3rd and 5. From their own 30, Rattler back to pass. Blitzes on, pulls it down, under pressure. Ball's loose. Texas has it. And Creed Humphrey tackles the man at the 19. Rattler got hit. The ball came exploding out of the pile.
It's first down, Texas.
Back-to-back turnovers in the red zone. And Texas takes over.
That's Rattler just kind of loose with that football right there. Fairly good protection at the very start of that. Then they got in late, and as he kind of panicked to scramble, had that ball loose in his hand down by his waist, wasn't able to protect it. It was a weird formation for us to pass from. It was end over with the trip side out to the field with one of those guys ineligible. Just didn't really feel right from the very beginning.
Looked like Tavondre Sweat, man, it hit him. So Texas from the OU 19, trailing by a touchdown. Ehlinger looking at the sidelines. Mike Yursich, the offensive coordinator. His back is Roschon Johnson, 12.5 to go till halftime. Ehlinger's got it. He'll hand to Johnson. Running right, and he's jumped on and thrown down violently by Josh Ellison. That's a loss back to the 21.
Boy, Ellison looks good on this play. It's just an outside play, and you see our defensive line trying to get in those gaps. It's a little overlap there by Ellison. Just a physical tackle, man. That's what you want to see your D-line do. He swallowed him.
Justin Broyles in at safety. You got Woody Washington and Trey Brown at corners. 2nd and 12 from the 21. They're back outside the red zone now. Sooner shift on the D-line. Ehlinger rolling right, looking to throw. Takes a shot at the end zone into double coverage. Incomplete. Flags are down.
That's uncatchable.
Cade Brewer, the tight end. The officials are going to talk about it. The ball was well beyond him.
You know, this is one of those
Sooners
plays.
There.
It's back to that end over that's unbalanced, and your safety and corner on the nub side have to be a part of the run fit.
Pass interference. Defense, number 44. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That ball's uncatchable, but this is how teams like to attack it. They go play action to that safety and corner on the nub side, but they have to get back to that deep third. It makes it really difficult. They like to run those over routes and try and attack that, and that's exactly what you saw.
Wow. Tough call there. 1st and goal from the 6 for Texas after the penalty. Ehlinger going to run it himself over the left side. It opens up clear, and he's into the end zone. Sam Ehlinger, touchdown run of 6 yards. And we're an extra point away from being tied.
Just quarterback power, and that's what they like whenever they get into the red zone, particularly inside about the 12-yard line. They love to go to Ehlinger in the run game. They love to go to empty down there so you can run game, you can run pick routes out of it.
That is the 9th time Sam Ehlinger has a touchdown run against Oklahoma in his career.
I'm telling you, though, our offense has to stop putting our defense in these positions.
Dicker's extra point is good, and we're knotted up. Back-to-back turnovers in the red zone has given Texas 10 points. And with 11:44 to go till halftime, Sooners 10, Longhorns 10. First half brought to you by Homeland Grocery, locally owned by our employees. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College. Not a cloud in the sky as we cross the noon hour here in Dallas, Texas. OU Texas 116. Tied at 10. Sooners scored the first 10. Texas has scored the next 10. And Oklahoma about to get the ball back. An interception gave them 3. A fumble gave them 7. The Oklahoma offense not doing the Oklahoma defense any favors right now. Here comes the kickoff from Dicker. Headed toward Rambo, and this will be another touchback.
Shane Beamer was chatting with his H-backs and had a very simple message. Hey, guys, freshmen, first big environment like this, patience. Don't get down right now. We're going to get him back. And I loved Roy Manning's message to his defensive backs. He's like, disrupt. We're going to have a new quarterback in the game here, Toby. I'll get to the Roy Manning stuff here in just a bit. Tanner Mordecai is in. They're working on the right arm is Chris Watson of Spencer Rattler.
Tanner Mordecai in at quarterback for Oklahoma. Wow. Sophomore out of Waco, Texas. He's 14 for 17 on the year with a touchdown and a pick. What a moment. 4 wide. Stogner sets up at tight end. Handoff Pledger running left, and he's caught in the backfield and dropped for no gain.
Chris Watson, one of the athletic trainers for football, is currently working on the right bicep of Spencer Rattler. You know, it didn't really seem to have any ill effects. He was throwing his arms loose. He's kind of shaking it out right now, grabbing his helmet, sprinting back. We'll see if he comes back in the game.
2nd and 10. Rattler's going to throw, Mordecai's going to throw, and he hits Weiss for a first down. He squatted to catch it and went down at the 39. Good-looking throw there, a gain of 14.
Yeah, they run a little bait route with the running back option out of the backfield to draw the defender outside and hit Weiss right there on a nice little dig. Nice timing.
1st and 10 at the 39. 11:05 to go second quarter. 10-10 our score. Mordecai wants to throw it again, does. Out to the edge, caught by Mims, makes a guy miss. It's Weiss out to midfield. He's got another first down into Texas territory. There's a little run after catch for you, Teddy.
Yeah, that's what we've been looking for. Some of these guys to make somebody miss, run through a tackle. Nice job there.
13-yard pickup, back-to-back throws to Theo Weiss. Sooners 1st and 10 at the Texas 48. Mordecai going to throw again. Dumps to Stogner at the line of scrimmage. Turns it up. Plows into a Texas defender. Backs his way for a couple more. He ran over Josh Thompson. And it's a gain to the 43-yard line. A pickup of just 5, but it was a violent 5. And Thompson's not getting up yet. He absorbed the blow from Austin Stogner, and he's a little woozy.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
My physics is a little rusty, but if I remember correctly, force equals mass times acceleration, and I don't think Thompson was on the right end of that one.
Are we keeping it here, Toby?
Yes.
Okay. Let's. Is it possible that maybe Spencer wasn't necessarily 100%, so Lincoln's going to give him a series? They took the bio-freeze, Gabe, and they rubbed that on his right arm, and he's kind of been working it out a little bit. He hasn't started throwing again on the sidelines, but maybe an opportunity for Spencer to sit and see a series from the sidelines?
Well, they don't do that at quarterback play.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. If he's not hurt, he would be out there, and he's not acting like he's like something is hurt, like he can't throw. Now, he did take a shot on that last turnover when that ball was kind of down low to his waist, but he doesn't have the demeanor as someone who is, trying to get back in the football game.
Yeah, and all they've really done so far is he never really came to the attentions of the trainers when he came off the field. All they've really done is rub a little bit of that bio-freeze on his arm.
Though,
yeah,
right?
and he's been working that right arm incessantly since he's been over here on the sidelines, just kind of shaking it out.
So 2nd and 5, they get Josh Thompson off the field. Double tight end right, Stogner and Hall. The back is Pledger. Mordecai from the shotgun. He's got it. Handoff, Pledger. Looking for a hole. Squeezes it outside. Makes a cut to the 40. What a move. 35 to the 30. Dances away to the 15. Still on his feet. And he's in the red zone. The ball popped out.
Texas
has it. Was he down? They say Texas ball.
Ruling on the field is a fumble. Recovered by the defense. First down, Texas.
Wow. An incredible run by Pledger, but he apparently coughed it up at the end.
I mean, that's how our gap scheme, counterplay is supposed to look. He lets it unfold in front of him, waits, is patient, makes a great cut, makes a guy miss, then goes for some extra yards. You just got to hang on to the football.
Yeah, it happened right in front of me. It was definitely out.
Chris Brown recovered, I believe, for Texas. And the Sooners' third turnover of the first half. This time in the Texas red zone. And so the Longhorns get it back at their own 18 in a tie game. 10:09 to go till halftime. Joshua Eaton in the game at cornerback for OU. Ehlinger comes near side, low throw, but it's scooped up by Tarek Black, and he's out to the 40-yard line. That was right at the turf. Tarek Black out of Michigan, the transfer.
I'd tear a hamstring or throw a disc trying to catch that thing, and too much time for Ehlinger there in the pocket.
That was close. And they're going to look at that again. It looked like maybe the ball hit the turf on the throw, but I just got a quick glance at it. This is a 22-yard gain.
Ruling on the field was a catch inbounds. That ruling is under review.
I haven't seen it either. It can hit the ground as long as you have secured it first. So it'd be interesting to see if will have to trap it on the ground.
Official review brought to you by Noble McIntyre Law. Download the McIntyre Law app for a chance to win a VIP experience to this year's Bedlam game.
Hey, Bill Bedenbaugh bringing the entire offense together. I don't know if I've ever seen this on the sideline with Shane Beamer, Coach Beamer, DeMarco Murray on the peripheral. Bill Bedenbaugh brought everyone together, and there was a simple Belichickian-esque message. Do your job, and we're going up and down this field. Do your job, Gabe. A very simple plea from Bill Bedenbaugh there. He feels confident in the plan right now.
Well, there's no doubt they're moving the ball at will. I know this sounds simple, but they just need to stop giving it to the other team. What is going on? They are having all kinds of success and all kinds of different concepts. You've got the quarterback not taking care of the football. Now you got a running back going to the ground, relaxing right before he hits the ground. One of the most classic scenarios where running backs fumble. I mean, you've committed 3 turnovers.
Moving the ball back.
And it's tied.
Hey, and Toby, one other message. I've been watching Spencer Rattler. He tried to throw a few times. He's now looking at his hand. He's talking to Jaden Hazelwood, kind of making a fist. We'll see if he's able to or can try to get back in this game. But for now, it looks like it's going to be Tanner Mordecai.
That's going to be an incomplete pass. We don't have the official announcement yet, but they put the ball back at the 18. Here we go.
Reviewing the play, ball hit the ground. It's an incomplete pass. Ball be returned to the previous spot. It's second down. Please put 10:09 on the game clock. 10:09 on the game clock, please.
That's on Ehlinger. He had Black wide open. So it'll be 2nd and 10 back at the 18, and that takes a 22-yard gain off the board. How about Joshua Eaton getting some run in a tie game at Texas? The freshman out of Houston, near side corner, lined up over Black. Ehlinger in the gun. Takes the shotgun snap, twist up front, under pressure, and he throws it into the dirt. He got planted by Isaiah Thomas, and he just got rid of it.
Toby, Teddy, I was talking about what Roy Manning said to his...
No foul on the play for intentional grounding. Forward pass was thrown in the area of number 5. It's third down.
I was telling you about what Roy Manning was telling his corners here real quick. Guys, just bump and run, but disrupt, because them boys up front, they're eating. And I'll tell you what, they are making a difference on that defensive line here through this first half.
3rd and 10. Texas in the OU into the Cotton Bowl, trying to make as much noise as 12,500 can. Ehlinger back to pass. Has time, steps Steps up. He'll try to run it himself to the 20. Sidelines, beats 2 defenders, and he's dragged down at the 27. Looks like a yard shy of what they needed. We'll see what the spot is.
Pretty good physical tackle. We had 2 guys converge on him, but then we almost pulled him down as we were going to the ground, almost pulled him forward for that first down.
It's going to be a half yard shy, and Texas apparently will punt it away.
Ruling on the field as the runner was short of the line of game. It's 4th down.
Nick Benito is playing through some pain, man. Every time he comes off the field, he's at the attention of the athletic trainers. This guy is absolutely grinding away out there.
Texas averaging 51 points a game. That's number 1 in the nation. This OU defense has done a heck of a job in the first half so far today. Bushevsky blocked. Oh! It's blocked. Rolling around at the 7, and it's picked up. Aguebu got it. It'll be 1st and goal. The Sooners made a play in special teams.
I love it. Aguebu right through the middle. They've got 2 up backs that are supposed to protect the punter, and we just go right through him with Aguebu. No one touches him, and he takes the ball right off the punter's foot.
Going to get a celebration penalty here, which is very dumb.
I tell you, Bushevsky tried to get cute there, and he held on to the ball for a couple of extra steps. That was a rollout, Aussie-style punt, and he held on to it too long. And David Aguebu got in on it. The ball was at the 5-yard line.
Over unsportsmanlike conduct. Oklahoma, numbers 14, 40, and number 3. It's each of those players first in the game. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. It is 1st down, Oklahoma.
I mean, you're seeing a little bit why these 2 teams are 1-2 and 2-1. The penalties and the turnovers in this first half. This is not a thing of beauty. But Oklahoma has gotten the ball back, and now it'll be put at the 20-yard line after the block. Let's see who's at quarterback. It's going to be Mordecai again. 9:05 to go till halftime. 10-10 our score. Texas has made the most recent mistake. Mordecai's got 3 wides and a tight end. Pledger the back. Out of the shotgun. Mordecai 3 for 3 throwing so far. He'll keep it himself. Runs right, cuts it up, dives forward. He got about 3.
He looks comfortable in there, not rushing everything, doesn't look too panicked or too quick.
Little zone read, and he kept it 2nd and 7. Sooners go tempo. Stoops, Rambo, and Weiss, the pass catchers. Handoff Pledger. It's a reverse pitch. Rambo trying to get to the corner. Texas bottles it up, steps out of a tackle, makes a cut, comes back near field, turns it up, and he's going to get 2 to the 15. Could have been a loss, could have been a big play. It's a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2, but it's really a gain of about 8 because they looked like they were going to have it for a 3-yard loss there. At first, I thought we had it blocked up, but, Texas just kind of converged on it. Really good job for him to make something out of nothing there.
3rd down. Oklahoma only 1 for 5 on 3rd downs today. Rambo comes off. Mims comes on. Mordecai out of the shotgun. He's got it. Rolling right. Looking to throw back left, and does. Mims hangs on. 1st down. A fingertip grab. The throw was a little low, and he reeled it in at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
And this is a called rollout with a throwback, and, it's not a great throw. It's behind him and low, and that's a heck of a catch because Texas was on top of him. They had a guy over the top, and someone was in coverage there right on Mims. That's a heck of a catch, man.
Marvin Mims has a touchdown in this game, the touchdown for Oklahoma, and a 1st down grab there to keep this drive alive. Power pistol loaded right. Stogner's in the backfield. Stoops in motion, sets up slot right. Snap to Mordecai. Handoff Pledger up the middle. He's hit hard. His helmet pops off, and he's down to the 7, a gain of only 1. B.J. Foster popped his helmet off. 2nd and goal from there.
I like them putting Stogner there in the backfield. We just run power to the left side there, and he picks up the edge guy. It's decently blocked. We got to make one of those guys miss in there.
Sooners will go double tight end now with Hall and Stogner. Marcus Major will have to be the running back this play. Pledger has to come off.
And we love the RPO game right here. Try and get one-on-one with that slot.
Mordecai. Handoff. Major running left. Has room to the 5. Touchdown! Marcus Major. And the Sooners are back on top in Dallas.
It's that counter GT, and they're just frozen in the secondary. Texas is. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to fit it back to that short side. And, God, we could have run for 500 yards on that play. It could have gone as long as they would have let us. No one in Texas even steps up to challenge that play. That's going to be their all game. The running game is there, guys. If we just stick with it, the gap scheme stuff, some of the outside zone stuff is working. Just got to hang on to the football. We should be up big in this football game right now.
First career touchdown for Marcus Major. And it comes in OU, Texas, as Burkich bangs it through. Touchdowns are brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions, your total home solution for plumbing, heating, air conditioning, and electrical. Make the winning call today. What a wild first half. 6:58 to go till halftime. We've had 4 combined turnovers and a blocked punt. And it's 17-10 OU. First half brought to you by Homeland Grocery. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College. Run.
That special teams play gave us a spark there. We're able to punch it in, but you can't give one up here. They're going to bring this out. If it's not 5 yards deep, it's coming out. So you better have your antennas up and cover this kick.
Burkich, driving kick. This will sail into the end zone for a touchback. How about this? Stats Kelly. OU's run 36 plays, Texas 21. Time of possession so far, OU's had it for 14 minutes and 55 seconds. To Texas, 8:07. Almost a 7-minute edge in time of possession.
Well, I mean, the game is 17-10, and I keep looking at the scoreboard because I feel like it should be 35-0 right now with the way our offense is moving the football if we just hadn't had those turnovers. I mean, everything's open for us. Run game, passing game.
2 freshman corners in here, Toby.
Ehlinger, pitch to Bijan Robinson, makes a cut on Brian Asamoah, but he can't get away. He got a yard to the 21, but that's it. You got Woody Washington, a redshirt freshman at one side, and Joshua Eaton, a true freshman, on the other.
Great play by Asamoah, attacking the line of scrimmage. Great angle there on the running back, forces him to cut back in and complete the play for basically no gain.
2nd and 9 from the 26. Cade Brewer, the tight end, stands up, moves to the left end of the line. Ehlinger back to pass, 4-man rush, has time, throws to the crosser. Caught at the 30-yard line and tackled at the 35. That'll be a first down. Jordan Whittington able to muscle his way to the marker.
Too much time there. Clean pocket from Ehlinger to throw from. That's really about the first time he's had a really good pocket, and he delivers an on-target ball. We got to tackle better there and force a third down.
6:08 to go, second quarter. Sooners 17, Longhorns 10. From the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 Texas. Ehlinger, play action. Throws left side, caught near the first down marker, Eagles, and he pushes his way out near midfield.
Good blitz there. Asamoah on a pass rush puts the running back right back in there on Ehlinger. Just a half a second more, and he would have been able to make a play on the quarterback.
Give him 14 to the 49, and Mike Yursich's up-tempo offense hits the gas. Back to pass Ehlinger again. He'll run it himself across midfield, and he slides down. Let's say he started his slide at the OU 48, so that's just a run of 3.
And this is inexcusable. We've seen this a couple of times this year. Whenever we've got a pass rush and an outside rusher makes an inside move, someone has to loop for contain and covering. No one does. It's just an easy little pickup there for Ehlinger.
Spotted closer to the 47, so give him 4. 2nd and 6. Ingram the back, play action. Ehlinger under pressure immediately, runs to the right, takes a shot deep downfield, and he bounced it. He had Eagles inside the 20, Woody Washington in coverage, and Ehlinger just short-armed that one. It'll be 3rd down.
He tried to make a throw on the run. He got outside of our contained player, and I'm glad he let that ball go downfield, or he may have been able to scramble for that first down.
Isaiah Thomas playing well today, and that was Thomas on the pressure again. 3rd down and 6. 5:03 to go till halftime. OU 17, Texas 10. Texas goes 4 wides. Ehlinger claps his hands. Here comes a blitz. Has a pocket, pulls it down. Now he throws. Got a man. At the Sooner 30, that's Black. And he's tackled around the 23.
He just finds that soft spot between the corner and the safety there. We've got to have tighter coverage on that. It's a combination route, and I know Ehlinger gave a little pump, which kind of can mess up that zone defense pretty much.
From the 23, Ehlinger play action. Looks back right, takes a shot at the end zone, and his man stumbled, and here's a flag.
Uncatchable.
Joshua Moore, the intended receiver. This is going to be on Trey Brown.
Pass interference, defense, number 6, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I'm not going to argue whether or not he interfered with him. Maybe he did, but he's not catching that football.
That's going to move it all the way to the 8.
It's 2 of those so far where they haven't even factored that in. Now here we are. This is Ehlinger run game territory and motion to empty territory.
7th penalty on Oklahoma already today. 1st and goal from the 8. 4:40 to go till halftime. Texas trying to tie it right back up. Ehlinger, quick screen pass caught by Whittington at the 5, down at the 2. Jordan Whittington, only 2 catches all year coming into play today. He's been featured heavily so far today. That's his 5th grab already.
And this longer drive is the first time that Ehlinger's really looked like he's in rhythm. Our defensive line getting a little tired.
Ehlinger runs it himself, cuts it up, breaks the tackle, into the end zone. Touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run for Ehlinger, his 2nd of the day. And Texas pushes back.
And that's, goal line, short yardage. That's one of the things that you'll see. It's pretty unique. I don't know many other teams in college football that run that. It's a quarterback sweep. They get a wing over there, tight end on the line with a wing and a back offset to that side. You'll see it 3rd and 2 out in the field as well, down there on the goal line. They just run a quarterback sweep. And, we always know quarterback run. They've got the extra numbers. It's a nice little play for them.
Dicker's extra point is good.
He kicks such a low ball, doesn't he?
4:14 to go to the break. Sooners 17, Longhorns 17. We'll keep it here. Chris Plank, down to you.
It's kind of funny you mentioned the line drive. Every kick that Dicker boots, it almost looks like it's no good. It's on such a line.
It looks like it was like a low hook that I hit with my driver off the tee box.
Feels like it's important, after everything Gabe just said there, for Oklahoma to take a lead into the locker room. Would be a little demoralizing to have played as well as they have, other than the turnovers, and not have a lead. Here's the chance for that. The difference between this game and the one last week. OU had a total of 10 offensive possessions last week against Iowa State. This will be their 8th of the first half today, assuming Dicker kicks it away. Nothing but touchback so far. And toe hits leather. This one sails into the end zone as well, 5 yards deep, and it'll be a touchback. Hal Smith Restaurants will feed your game day cravings with our wide variety of restaurants available across the Midwest. Visit HalSmithRestaurants.com for our list of restaurants. And it's Mordecai. That's the other major storyline here in the first half. Spencer Rattler, apparently an injured right arm. Tanner Mordecai has come in to replace him. Led him on a short touchdown drive the last possession. And he takes over at the 25 here with Marcus Major at running back at 4 wides. Jeremiah Hall in motion, play action. Mordecai steps up, got touched. Now it's batted in the air, and it's down incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Dodges a rusher there, steps up in the pocket, moves to his left, eyes downfield the whole time. And that one gets blocked at the line of scrimmage, but I like the way he moved there in the pocket.
Keandre Coburn got a hand on it.
We need some good positive yardage here to get us a 3rd and manageable.
4 wides. Mordecai going to throw again. Rush to the left. He'll tuck it. He's got room. 25, turns it up. 30. He's out of bounds around the 30. I thought he had more room than that. He only got 4.
They closed in on him pretty quick there. Texas did, rallied to the outside. And this is going to be an interesting situation. See how Lincoln Riley calls this with his backup quarterback in the game.
Pledger in it back. Theo Howard, Charleston Rambo, Marvin Mims at wide receiver. Stockner, the tight end, 3rd and 6 from the 29. 3:41 to go to the break. Tie game. Rambo in motion. Back to pass Mordecai. Has time across the middle. Caught! Charleston Rambo caught it after it was nearly intercepted. Josh Thompson deflected it. Rambo laying flat on his back, grabbed it out to the 41. Wow.
Ruling on the field is a catch for a first down.
What a very fortunate break there.
Yeah, it sure was. The Texas defensive back made a great play on that ball and almost caught it, but I love that we stay alive in the play and able to convert the first down.
That ruling of a catch for a first down is under further review.
Why?
It was swatted out of his hands after he held it in the air to show the referee that he caught the football. And that's the only thing. The ball certainly did not hit the turf.
Never.
So an official review, third of the first half, brought to you by Noble McIntyre Law. Download the McIntyre Law app for a chance to win a VIP experience to this year's Bedlam game. OU, Texas. Doesn't matter how much we talk about on all the radio shows and message boards and podcasts that week. 10 somethings happen in the game every year that you never anticipate.
Let's get weird.
It is weird. The problem is there's going to be so many of them in this game. We're not going to remember.
The catch was confirmed. It's first down.
We're not going to remember what the biggest one was.
4 turnovers, 3 on OU. We've had a block punt. Tanner Mordecai's in at quarterback. Charleston Rambo just caught a pass laying flat on his back.
And that's a huge conversion. You know, that last drive, Ehlinger was the most composed he's been, and that offense was in the best rhythm that they'd been. We didn't want to punt it to them with about 3.5 minutes to go. That was a huge conversion.
From the 41, trips right, tight end left. Mordecai claps his hands to Major, cuts it up to the 45, spins his way out to the 48. Short gain, just 1.
And it does have the feeling here that Texas has settled in a little bit defensively. I mean, early on, there was gaping holes. There was free runners. They've started to play a little bit better here as the half has rolled on.
43-yard lines where they spot it. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9. 2:39 to go in the half. Tie game. Mordecai wants to throw. 4-man rush. Has a pocket. Steps up. Now he evades. Flush to the left. Drop the football. It's rolling around and he falls on it back at the 30-yard line. He just kicked it out of his own hands. It's a loss of 12.
Really good protection. I mean, he was there to be able to deliver the ball in rhythm, kind of a coverage sack or opportunity as he tried to scramble and create some space, just flat out dropped the football.
Gracious.
Okay.
3rd and 21.
Yeah, and here's another danger zone. That one ball should have been picked to Rambo. Then the quarterback drops the ball here. I bet we hand this thing off.
Back at their own 31-yard line. Texas jumps, free play, flag down. Mordecai looking deep, takes a shot across the middle. It's picked off at the 48-yard line, but this is going to be offsides on Texas. He threw it right to Jawan Mitchell, where there's a flag. Moro Ojomo jumped.
Offside. Defense. Number 93. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
We're going to get 5 yards out of this thing, but if you're Lincoln Riley right now, what are you going to call? The last 3 plays all should have been turnovers. And I know that last one was a free play, but it still has to be uneasy for Lincoln Riley here on a 3rd and 15.
That's another penalty.
Oklahoma has elected to start this next clock on the ready for play signal.
Presented by Storage, Oklahoma City's newest self-storage option. It's storage done better. So it's 3rd and 16 now, and here's a timeout, Texas.
Smart.
Chris, what are you eyeballing with Rattler down there?
Texas takes their first charge timeout of the half.
And some well-wishers, if you will, that have come up from his teammates. Jaden Hazelwood's been very active, as has Seth McGowan. Being around.
Have you seen him throwing at all on the sideline?
He grabbed the football one time and just kind of put it in his hand, but he hasn't started throwing or anything of that nature. So it's
interesting.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens coming out of the halftime locker room too, guys.
Yeah, Chandler Morris down there too, who played a couple of games a couple of snaps in the opener and looked good. Here we go, 3rd and 16 out of the timeout. Sooners go 3 wide, tight end left. Pledger the back. Got to get all the way to Texas side of midfield for the first down. Mordecai, straight drop, looking right. Throws near sideline for Stoops, incomplete, too high.
Texas had pretty good coverage there across the board. And I thought he was going to try for that over route that they ran across the middle, and there was a safety hanging right over the top of it, so that was a good decision. Just throw it over there where either Stoops can make a play on it or it's out of bounds.
1:44 to go in the half, and Oklahoma going to have to give the ball back to Texas here in a tie game. Deshaun Jameson, their return man, dangerous. He's got a kickoff return and punt return for touchdowns in his career. There's the boot. Wobbly up to take it. Jameson at his own 28. Runs right, 35 to the 40, down the sidelines and out of bounds. Texas going to get good field position.
Good field position and plenty of time. They burned a timeout there on the previous set of downs by Oklahoma. But with 2 timeouts, minute 34 to go, plenty of time to get down either into field goal position or try and punch one in. We need to stop here defensively.
Sooners have all 3 timeouts if they could get the ball back. Texas from their own 44. OU's outgained them 225 to 143. The scoreboard says 17 all.
Empty here. They love to work the 2 receiver side and empty in some combination routes.
Whittington sent in motion. Ehlinger back to pass against a 3-man rush. Has all day, throws late across the middle. That's caught by Moore, and he's tackled immediately. A gain of 8 to the Sooner 48. Delarian Turner Yell in coverage.
Just a bunch of crossers there in the middle of the field. The two look like 2 Texas players hit each other, and he still threw it to them.
That's the best match I've ever seen.
I've never seen guys pick themselves.
2nd and 2. Ehlinger back to pass. Blitz is on. He's hit, and he's dropped. John Michael Terry, a sack back at the 45 in Texas territory. That is the 2nd sack for OU today.
Texas has called their 2nd timeout of the half.
Wow.
It'll be 30 seconds in length. Please put the clock 1 minute, 8 seconds.
That's a gamble here by Tom Herman.
I'm up here in the booth saying that we should call the timeout with 1:06 after getting a sack and forcing a 3rd and long. You got a good opportunity to get off the field here.
3rd and 9 after the 2nd sack of the day for OU at the Texas 45-yard line. They'll go empty again. Ehlinger sends Whittington in motion. Snap. Sooners break 4. They're in on him again. He evades one. Now he's under pressure. Gets away. Throws late. Caught.
Wow.
At midfield, Joshua Moore. Swim move. And he's got the first down. Gracious. To the Sooner 45. A gain of 10. Oh, they had him dead to rights in the backfield, and he got away.
What a play. It looked like every single D lineman had a shot at him. And then we had an opportunity to tackle down the field.
54 seconds, clock running. Ehlinger back to pass. Has a time. Now he looks back left. He's hemmed in. Gets away out to the right. Still looking to throw. Does, and it is caught. Incomplete. Whittington's feet out of bounds.
He slid. That ball was a little bit behind him towards the inbound side of the line, and I thought maybe his feet slid out before he actually caught that football.
43 seconds to go in the half. Tie game 17 all. Remember, Dicker's got a huge leg. He's got a 57-yarder on his resume. Needs about 6 yards to get to there, and now Lincoln Riley's going to take a timeout.
I think he senses there's some tired bodies.
First charge timeout by Oklahoma. 30 seconds.
No, I don't hate that at all. When your defensive line has got their tongues out and you're trying to get there and put pressure on the quarterback in a 2-minute drill, I mean, you can't take those timeouts into the locker room with any use, so use them out there now. Get those guys some Gatorade, catch a breather so they can get after Ehlinger. They've had a couple of shots at him here, but he's made some nice plays.
There.
Looks like Trey Norwood in for that safety spot.
From the 46, 2nd and 10, Ehlinger back to pass, 3-man rush. Has time, late across the middle. That's caught by the back, Keontae Ingram at the 40, and he races out of bounds. They'll stop the clock with 35 seconds to go and spotted at the 38-yard line. So they're in long field goal range now.
Teddy, this is a heavy dose of electrolytes and Gatorade as Jim Hillis looks to stretch out what looks to be a calf cramp right now for Delaire and Turner Young.
3rd and 2.
It's probably going to be quarterback run game here.
They go empty. Ehlinger's got it. Drops back to pass. Throws across the middle. Caught, hit, dropped immediately.
He knocked it out. Incomplete.
No, they have not ruled incomplete yet. Yeah, they do. Finally. Good play. Was that Norwood
on the
that broke
field
that
was
up?
an incomplete pass. It's 4th down.
Intended for the Texas wide receiver, and it was broken up. Trey Norwood came in to slap it away. So it's 4th down now. This would be a 55-yard field goal from here, or 56. And now Tom Herman's going to take a timeout to think it over with 28 seconds to go.
3rd and final charge timeout by Texas. 30-second timeout.
If they do try and convert here, my guess is it's probably going to be quarterback sweep over there towards the Texas side into the boundary. They like that play into the boundary for whatever reason.
Ted, we rotate a lot. Oklahoma rotates a lot. Have you noticed, is Deshaun White out there? Has he been playing much in this series? Okay, good. Because he was over on the sidelines, not really at the attention of anyone, but they had rewrapped his ankle a couple of times. So, and actually, I think they had cut it off to make him a little bit more comfortable. So just a quick little update to make sure all is well with Deshaun White. There he is. Good to go.
Greg Barnes listening in Argentina today. Lowell Schmidt in Amarillo. Tiffany Myers in Ridgedale, Missouri. Lily Campone in the NBA bubble in Orlando. That's cool. Sooner fans all over the world tuned in. 17 all. We approach halftime. They're going for it on 4th and 2. They go empty. 28 seconds to go to intermission. Man in motion is Whittington, and a whistle and a flag is down, and Texas jumped. And now they're going to have to punt it.
False start. Offense, number 75, 5-yard penalty.
Gracious.
Still 4th down. The foul does not qualify for a 10-second runoff since the clock was not running.
I mean, this game looks like 2020. It is ugly with a capital Ugh.
Now, don't fall asleep here. I know very unlikely, but a fake is not uncalled for. Our offense is totally out of rhythm right now. He could get risky.
Bushevsky had one block, low snap, picks up the bobble, gets it away. Mims comes up, calls fair catch, but it flies over his head, and it's down to the 2. Good job by Bushevsky. And with 20 seconds to go, you would imagine Oklahoma will say, let's go to the locker rooms.
Problem is, they're probably going to have to run a play here and try and, we operate out of the shotgun, so we'll be, forced to make that exchange standing in the Texas end zone. So
Mordecai at quarterback as the offense jogs onto the field. From the 3 is where they'll spot it. And it looks like they will line up in quote-unquote victory formation here as Charleston Rambo is 4 yards deep in the end zone. Not a lot of space to work with. You got to do this right. There's the snap. Mordecai hits a knee, and we've decided nothing. We head to the locker rooms. Halftime of the Cotton Bowl, a wild and woolly first 30 minutes. Oklahoma 17, Texas 17. The halftime show is next. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College.
Get back to that, moving the chains, backup quarterback Mordecai in. Don't know if he's going to, start the second half or not, but if that is the case, you would like to get him some better down and distances out there. And we got to get pressure on Ehlinger. Early in the football game, we were all over him in the pocket. He was dodging guys left and right. We had a couple of big sacks back there. Really helped our momentum defensively. But the biggest thing, stop turning the football over. We have to stop turning the football over. I feel like I'm nervously anticipating every single snap like someone's going to hand it back to Texas. That's got to stop. If we're going to win this game, it's 17-17 right now. If we're going to win the game in the second half, we cannot continue to turn it over.
Sooners have turned it over 3 times. Texas once. OU blocked a Texas punt in the first half as well. First half stats brought to you by Taco Mayo. Fresh ingredients, built to order. Chris Plank, down to you.
Don't really have a feel here, Toby, as to which direction we might go with the quarterback to start the drive for the Sooners. Now, again, Texas will get the football to start this second half, but Spencer Rattler was throwing the football, looked fairly comfortable. Lincoln Riley apparently said that he had planned on getting Tanner Mordecai some snaps today anyway whenever he was talking to Fox. So, I don't know, maybe there's a chance.
You think it could be Rattler?
Yeah, I think it could be, but just judging by mannerisms right now, I get the sense we're going to see Mordecai when the Sooners get the football back, Gabe. And from your perspective, kind of feel the same way?
Yeah, he looks like a guy that was getting ready to go back into the game while Rattler just kind of soft tossing. I agree. Are we body language experts?
Trying to be.
We're trying our best, guys. I saw the same thing, Plank. It looks like Mordecai is going to be the guy.
Keys to the second half presented by AT&T. AT&T 5G, the official 5G wireless network of OU Athletics. This has been the Oklahoma Sooner Halftime Show, brought to you by the OU College of Professional and Continuing Studies, bringing the Sooner family to you wherever you are. Degrees online, on site, on your schedule. Second halftime, Burkett boots it. Line drive kick is headed for the end zone. That'll be a touchback. And Texas will start on the 25-yard line. 17-17, and we got there in a circuitous route in the first half. Let's see what the second half has in store for us today.
Yeah, the bingo card is already full. I think we've hit every space on it up to this point.
Was the word circuitous on there?
That's impressive. Impressive for T-Row. Someone's on their game today.
I got a little food at halftime. I'm feeling good. Texas in the traveling all-whites going left to right here in the third quarter. Sooners shifting up front defensively. They move Cade Brewer, the tight end, from the right end into the backfield. And we have a whistle before the snap. And I think Oklahoma's going to call a timeout here. And we have a whistle. What's going on?
They did.
First charge timeout by Oklahoma, 30-second timeout.
So you didn't think things could get weirder?
Wow.
Teddy, you ever seen that?
We need to start making a list.
I have when the personnel's wrong, but I feel like I thought they had 11 guys out there. Strange.
Sooners, let us know where you're listening in from for this bizarre affair today in the stadium, around the state of Oklahoma, or around the world. You can let us know at OU on the air. Sierra Sanders listening in Bristol, Connecticut. David Renner in Tacoma, Washington. Ruben Robles in Krakow, Poland. Kelly
OU
Walker in Perry, Florida. That's right. OU Architects got his ears on in Poland today. All right, here we go. So OU wastes a timeout before the first snap of the second half. Put that in your memory bank. Cade Brewer shifts, now comes back right, sets up wing right, snap to Ehlinger's wide. Handoff over the right side goes Bijan Robinson, the true freshman, got one to the 26.
This is some of the stuff you saw from Iowa State. There's some shift in motion here pre-snap. It's all just window dressing. They're running the old traditional power. And it looks like, the running game hasn't been big staple for Texas so far, but it looks like maybe they're going to try and establish it here in the second half.
Perry on Winfrey, the tackle there, 2nd and 9. Ehlinger's got it. Hands off. Bijan Robinson running left. He's chopped down as he stumbles his way out to the 29-yard line. Late flag. Buki's helmet came off. It's a 3-yard gain. Well, let's see what happened here. Flag was from the secondary.
Maybe an illegal crack, block in the back.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 13, 10-yard penalty. It's second down.
You had the wide receiver. They ran it over there to the left side. And the wide receiver from that side tries to come into the formation and block the support player there, and just got him in the back, knocked his helmet off.
They should put that at the 16. If it's a 10-yard penalty, the previous play was at the 26. So this should be at the 16. They put the ball in the wrong spot. It's not from the end of the run. This is 3 yards being given to Texas right here. So it's 2nd and 16. It should be 2nd and 19. 4 wides. Ehlinger back to pass. Blitz is on. Steps up. They got him. It's a sack. And the Sooner defense makes up for the referee's mistake. Isaiah Thomas, what a game he's having back at the 12-yard line.
And this looks like the start of the game where the pressure's just caving in on Sam Ehlinger. And that's been the difference for our defense. We've looked really good when we're getting to Ehlinger. Whenever that defensive line pass rush has slowed down, he's started to pick us apart.
3rd sack for OU today, 3rd and long, 3rd and 22. Sooners forced a turnover early in this game defensively. Can they come up with one here?
Got to watch that back for a running back screen.
From their own 13-yard line, Ehlinger's got the shotgun snap, 3-man rush, steps up in the pocket, flushed out to the right, still looking to throw, sets up, hit as he throws, deep downfield, it's deflected, out of bounds, incomplete. Perrion Winfrey was given chase. Buki and Trey Norwood there in coverage. And the Sooners start with a 3-and-out on defense.
And that's how it's supposed to work. When you get to the quarterback, you force a sack and put them in a tough down and distance. So much easier for that secondary to cover downfield. You can let the underneath routes go to the linebackers. Everyone can sit back, make them throw underneath, rally up, and tackle. If they do take a chance deep, you do exactly that. Deflect it or get a chance to put your hands on it.
Sooners have made one special teams play today. Let's see if they can do it again. Should get good field position here. Marvin Mims standing on the 50. Bushevsky boots it high, spiraling, deep punt, good one. Mims backpedaling to the 35. He's got it, plants, cuts, swims out right, on his feet to the 40. 45 down the sidelines, midfield, to the Texas 40. 35, stiff arm, and he's down to the 30. A 52-yard punt. And a late flag comes in. It was a 35-yard return. Let's see what the flag's about well after the play.
Really good job,
guys. It's going to be Rattler, by the way, not to interrupt, but it's going to be Spencer Rattler to start the third quarter for the Sooners, Toby.
Woody Washington with a great block or shield. He pulls his hands up to not block the guy in the back there to really get that return going. And once you get past that initial guy, get that speed down the sideline, it's a big play.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. On Texas, number 8. It's his first of the game. 15-yard penalty.
Wow.
It'll be first down, Oklahoma.
That's another flag in this game presented by Storage, Oklahoma City's newest self-storage option. It's storage done better. That'll move it down to the 16-yard line. And there have been 2 big special teams plays today, Teddy, and they've both been by Oklahoma so far.
And that's a big difference right now. You know, as far as momentum, we had that block punt, turned that into a touchdown. Now here's a big return with a penalty tacked on. Hopefully we turn this one into points.
Stoops, Howard, and Rambo at pass catchers. Tight end right is Stogner. Back to pass Rattler, quick throw. Caught by Theo Howard behind the line of scrimmage to the 15. Plants and he pushes forward to around the 13. Short gain, give him 3. Chris Adamora, the tackle.
This can be a tough area in the passing game whenever the defense is compressed. Makes those windows a little bit tighter. Those throws have to be a little bit quicker, reads quicker.
They've got trips to the boundary here on 2nd and 7 from the 13. Rambo alone far right now. Stoops goes in motion to join him. Pledger the back. Rattler out of the shotgun, back to pass. Looks left, floats it back right to Pledger. He'll turn it up at the 15 to the 10 to the 5, pushing to the 2 to the 1. It'll be first and goal. TJ Pledger's big day continues.
Nice play there. Just pulls him back across the formation. Just an easy little dump pass. It's the screen. They got blockers out in front. Ely gets a nice block. Wide receivers down, convoy blocking.
They're going to spot this at the 2. Terrible spot. The referee's got to wake up here in the second half. First and goal from the 2. Can they bang it in? Tied 17 all, 11:53 to go third quarter. Double tight end right into the line. Snap to Rattler. Handoff Pledger right up the gut. Pushing, churning. Is he in? No indication yet. Touchdown. TJ Pledger, 2-yard touchdown run, and the Sooners strike first, second half.
Really good job by Pledger. It's just a handoff on the inside, and he makes contact, I think, with the linebacker, and they hit flush, and he was short, but then he spins out and pushes his feet, turns those feet, and is able to fall into the end zone.
TJ Pledger having a good day, Teddy.
No, he is. Other than the turnover, other than that fumble, he's had a really good day. And even on the fumble, that's probably his best run of the day before he drops the ball there. But, yeah, I think he's been good. You know, and another thing that he's not going to get a whole lot of credit for, he's been good in protection. You know, there's been a lot of stunts that, you know, Gabe was talking about those. He's had to step up there and block some of those defensive line. He's done a pretty good job.
Touchdown confirmed. Burkich extra point good. If you joined us late, no Seth McGowan today for OU. They've had only 2 backs to work with. And with 11:40 to go third quarter, Oklahoma pushes back in front by the score of 24-17. Today's second half brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Clean places, friendly faces. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College.
Jeremiah Hall and said, boys, that's OU football right there. They just powered their way into the end zone, and that's impressive to see.
Yeah, it's good to see that run game get going, too. Also, I thought Lincoln Riley, nice job getting Rattler a couple easy completions, right? Get him back into the rhythm of the football game. He'd had him pulled. You know, you want to get him back into a rhythm, positive momentum. Just a really nice drive, and clearly huge special teams return by Mims to set that whole thing up.
Hey, and Toby, I think one thing we learned is that Gabe and I still have a lot of work to do on reading body language. Yeah. That's one thing still to work on.
The kickoff by Burkich is going to be another touchback. Skip the nickels and dimes. Get there in time with pike pass. Texas will start at the 25, 11:40 to go third quarter. Oklahoma 24, Texas 17. 33 yards rushing for Texas today so far. That's it.
You go back to that first possession for Texas coming out of the half, and we got after Ehlinger in the pocket. Go back to the first half as guys wore down, as the play continued on there late. He started to have more success. We got to get to him whenever he's in there.
They'll go with Keontae Ingram at running back to start this drive. From the 25, man in motion. Ehlinger's got it, back to pass. Has a pocket, steps up, now he's under pressure. Got away, not this time, he's sacked again. David Ogwebu. Somebody had him in his spotlight today. DU2.
And he's done a good job, and he's not even blitzing. His running back that he's got man-to-man steps up in protection to block, and he just adds to the rush. Goes and hugs up close to him and ends up falling in there on Ehlinger. Really good play.
Fourth sack today for OU. They had 9 in this game a year ago.
And back to that last play, they wanted the running back on the streak route, wheel route down the sideline, and Asamoah picked him up.
4 wides, Ehlinger behind the chains. Quick throw out to the right, caught by Eagles, tackled immediately. He pushes it out to the 28. It's a gain of 10. It'll set up a third and manageable, 3rd and 7.
There's double slants out there, and he hits the second window guy. You see him cut there on the front side, try and mow down all those pass rushers so he has a good, clean window to throw from.
Texas goes 4 wides. The tight end Brewer is one of them stacked to the right. They're stacked to each side. 3rd down and 7. Ehlinger's got it. Fakes a handoff. Back to pass. Twist up front. Throws it out to the right. Dumps to Ingram. He's got a ways to go to the 30. And he's upended before he can get to the chains. Pat Fields brought him down a yard shy of the first down. And Texas will punt.
That's how it works. You put him in 3rd and long, sit back in coverage, make him check it down underneath, and everyone rallies up and tackles. Good job there defensively. I think it was all created. That pass wasn't accurate. It was on the back shoulder. The running back had to spin around and grab it and lost all of his momentum. That helped Fields get there in time to make the play.
This has been a strength for Oklahoma today. We got an injured Longhorn. It looks like
time out on the field for an injured player.
Bijan Robinson, I believe. It's number 5. Or is it 15? No, it's 15, excuse me. Slow to get up. When Texas goes back to punt, it's been one of the best plays for Oklahoma today. They've blocked one. They've had a big return. Is it Chris Brown, one of the starting defensive backs that was injured? He's off the field now.
And this is a danger zone whenever you've got a backup come in on punt team. We've already blocked one. It's ripe for messing up protection again.
Bruszewski got it away. Fair catch called for by Mims inside the 20. He takes it back at the 13-yard line. Did you see what Perrion Winfrey did?
Yeah, he buried his guy right back into the punter. It's a good way to rough the punter without touching him. You just throw your guy into him.
He's proud of himself, too. He came off the field flexing. So the Sooners buried in their own red zone to start this drive when we come back. Studies bringing the Sooner family to you wherever you are. Degrees online, on site, on your schedule. 24-17 Sooners. They've scored the only 7 points in the second half, and they got it back here at their own 13-yard line. Teddy, let me ask you, is there a chance that Lincoln came into this game saying Rattler gets the first quarter, Mordecai the second, and whoever plays better gets the second half? Is that what we saw?
I mean, I guess there's a chance of that. Rattler obviously was not injured because he's back out there. Whenever we were watching him on the sideline, they were rubbing his arm down a little bit, but nothing too bad. He didn't act like a guy that was injured, so it could be.
Pistol formation, handoff Pledger, looking for a hole, bangs his way forward across the 15, give him the 16.
And that's a really good note, Ted, because he never came to the attention of the trainers outside of Chris Watson just rubbing some of the, I keep saying icy hot, though I know it's not icy hot, but rubbing that biofreeze on his arm. That was the only thing that they did as far as working with him. So, yeah, good point.
2nd and 7. TJ Pledger up to 81 yards rushing today. Got a second career touchdown on the last possession. Rattler going to throw this time. Has time. Looking. Fakes a dump down. Runs it himself to the 15. 20. Makes a cut. And he dives forward to the 23. That'll be close to the marker.
I was worried he was going to swing that ball out there to the running back late without kind of having very much vision on him. There was a linebacker right in position to make a play or an interception. This ended up turning into a great pump fake and almost convert the first down.
Inches shy. It'll be 3rd and half a yard. Not even that much.
He didn't get a very good spot.
They're going to go Wildcat here. Pledger is going to receive this snap. He's got it. He'll run it himself up the middle. First down. He got hit hard, but he's out to the 25. Needed half a yard, got 2.5. There's a wrinkle.
Just line up Rattler on the outside. Defense has to expand. Even though he's most likely not going to get the ball, you still have to cover him, and just gives you the numbers inside for that conversion.
Marcus Major in to give Pledger a blow. 1st and 10 at the 25. Sooners going right to left. Home crimson jerseys today. Up 24-17. We're in the 3rd quarter in Dallas. 4 wide receivers set. Rattler going to throw on 1st down. Always under pressure. Escapes out to the left. He'll run it. Cuts it up 25. Steps out of a tackle. Out to the 30 and got hit questionably late, but no flag. He was able to squeeze about 4.5 yards out of that.
And someone got absolutely beat. Who was it, Gabe? Left guard, it looked like.
Yeah, it was Marquise Hayes. Taquan Graham with a little stutter in, then just swam him outside. And I'm not even sure he touched him. Literally, don't think he touched him. That's pretty hard to do, boys.
And a great play by Rattler to evade that and get some positive yards.
2nd and 5. Clock churns. We're almost halfway through the 3rd quarter. They go pistol with Major at the top. Double tight end left. Rattler going to throw again. Looks right, throws right quickly. Caught by Weiss. He's upended, but he's got the 1st down. He was folded in half by Deshaun Jameson, but it's enough to move the chains.
That's a long throw with a lot of zip on that ball. Good job for the conversion. Accurate pass. He's able to catch it and just turn upfield enough to convert.
Couple of 1st downs. Sooners on the move. Leading 24-17. Theo Weiss having arguably his best day of the year for OU. 3 catches now. Pistol look again. Handoff Major running left. Cuts it up. Not much. No gain.
Pretty good job there on the front side by Texas. There's been times where we've blown them off the football and got some good movement, and it's opened the gaps. And then other times Texas has played it well. I mean, you just got to stay with it. Every one of them's not going to burst free, but you got to just stay with it and eventually wear that defensive line down.
2nd and 10. Rambo, Stoops, Weiss at wide receiver. Tight end left, Jeremiah Hall. Rattler back to pass, blitzes on, throws near side, diving catch. Theo Weiss said he can't hang on. It hit the turf. And he knows it.
The flat defender was trying to get out there, and he slipped, gave them an opportunity to complete that pass, and just wasn't able to reel it in. That's a catchable ball. It wasn't a perfect throw, but that's a catchable ball.
3rd and 10. Oklahoma 4 for 9 on 3rd downs today. They started 1 for 5. Pledger back in on the right hip of Rattler, who's back to throw. Looking left, throws left side, caught, 1st down. It's Weiss again, and he hung on right at the marker.
Extended conversation there by the referee.
On the field is a catch for a 1st down.
3rd and 10, and he got 11 out to the 46.
Boy, Jalen Green, Texas defensive back, tried to undercut it, make a play for the interception.
1st downs brought to you by Enable Midstream Partners. 3rd 1st down of this drive. hunting and pecking their way down the field. The Sooners are up a touchdown, 5:52 to go third quarter. 24-17 our score. Rattler sends Stoops in motion. Handoff Pledger running left. Bounces outside, turns it up, physical run. He's pushed out of bounds just shy of midfield. He got 3.
Good run there. He's got that good low center of gravity, pretty big collision there. And he's still able to fall forward for a decent little gain there on first down.
Anthony Cook drove him out.
This middle of the field, you know, this is that gold area where this is an opportunity for one of those play action, take a shot, see if you can create a big play here.
Major back in. 2nd and 7. Hall in motion. Left to right, sets up tight end right, Rattler. Play action, rolling right. Being chased, throws and just threw it away. Nobody open, and he dumped it into the Texas bench. It'll be 3rd down.
Smart play, just a little sprint pass out to the right side. Rambo runs the little hitch route, and they're trying to run Drake Stoops in there on the corner route in behind. Try and draw that coverage up with Rambo, but it's a good job by the safety giving over the top help on Drake Stoops.
Can they pick up another 3rd down here? Picked up a 3rd and 10 prior to this set of downs. Now it's 3rd and 7 from their own 49. They'll go empty.
Last 3rd down, they just brought 4-man pressure from Texas.
Rattler blitz this time, steps up in the pocket, throws. It is caught. Weiss again. Between 2 Longhorns, he hauled it in. What a catch.
Really nice play. Goes up in between those guys. Ball had some juice on it, and he pulls it down. That's a catch it with your hands, pull it into the body. There's all kinds of guys trying to strip that away. That's a heck of a job by Weiss. He's starting to get into rhythm here.
That's his 5th grab now. And the Sooners have 4 first downs on this possession as they march on. 4:35 to go in the first. Ball at the 43-yard line in Texas territory, and a whistle before the snap. Are we going to look at this again?
It sure seemed like he grabbed with his hands over his head and pulled it into the body.
There's no replay stoppage.
Just a stoppage to say there's no replay stoppage?
Trip Blackwood said he got paged. Meet me at the corn dog stand after the game. 1st and 10 at the Texas 42 is where they put it down. Double backs in the backfield, flanking Spencer Rattler. It's Major and Hall. 24-17, Oklahoma on top, looking to add to it. Rattler's got it. Play action. Looks left, throws left. Weiss again, goes to the ground and brings it in. Another catch for Theo Weiss. This to the 36, a pickup of 6.
This is another good play here. Heavy play action on the inside. Texas bites down. And you just throw that little out route there. That defensive line, I promise you, starting to get tired. It's hot down there, humid. These long drives, this is where that running game really starts to open up once you get across the 40-yard line.
Sooners 119 rushing yards today, Texas 26. Pistol formation on 2nd and 4. Rattler, handoff Major, running left, cuts it up across the 35. First down, chopped down at the 32. Rolled over a man to the 31. He got 5. Move the chains. 5 first downs on this possession.
And I love the patience here by Major. Really good footwork there. Lets his guys get around. And we're starting to see those pancake blocks up front from our offensive line. That's what we're used to in this game.
Pledger back in. A punishing drive so far for Oklahoma here. Now late in the 3rd quarter. 3:05 to go. 4 wide receivers set. Rattler going to keep it himself. Runs up the middle. 35. Steps out of a tackle. 25. Makes a cut to the 20. Stiff arm, and he's down to the 15. Called quarterback run, and he got 16 on the ground. Spencer Rattler.
Really nice play there. We've been wondering whenever Rattler's going to start keeping some of these in the quarterback run game. And easy little first down pickup there. Nice chunk yardage.
Sooners in the red zone, brought to you by Delta Dental of Oklahoma, the state's leading dental benefits provider. This drive started on their own 13-yard line. This will be the 15th play of this drive from the Texas 15. Double tight ends. Stogner left, Hall right, Pledger the back. They're going to hand it to TJ. Looking for a hole, bounces it up to the 15 to the 12. He got 3.
Good cut back there, stretch it out front side, and if they're a little slow on the back end, get that cut back and knife it up in there for 2 or 3 yards.
Here comes the 16th play of this drive. 2nd and 7 from the 12.
And I love that Lincoln keeps mixing in personnel groupings. He'll go with 2 tight ends, bring a fullback there in the backfield, 4 wide receivers, bunch of different looks here from Lincoln.
I know this isn't the type of drive that OU fans are accustomed to, but this is so beautiful.
Stoops in motion. Rattler, play action, looks end zone, throws end zone. Stogner, he caught it. Did he? He caught it, and he hung on at the 1-yard line. He got upended and hit the ground hard and is not up yet, but he hung on to the football.
I'm out on the field for an injured player.
You could legit, I'm standing even, Toby, as you guys watch the highlight, you could hear that thud of his back shoulder and his helmet. You could feel it right here on the goal line. So
I think he
what
just
a
got
tough man play.
I think he just got the breath knocked out of him.
Oh, he's letting somebody have it too as he's walking off the field.
What a catch. It's 1st and goal at the 1.
The whole bench is out celebrating as Austin Stogner gets up, no trainers, walks off the field under his own power.
Well, television's taking a timeout, and we will too. Rattler in the shotgun, trying to finish it off. Snap, handoff, Pledger over the right side. He's into the end zone. It's a touchdown. 17 plays, 87 yards, and Oklahoma shoves it downfield right into Bevo's pin. They lead it by 2 scores.
That's the type of drive you want. I know it's not pretty, but 17 plays, that Texas defensive line, that front 7 is going to be worn out walking off the field. And here's the problem for them. We've been 3 and out in their offense. They've been sitting over there on the benches with no rhythm. They may be right back out on the field.
Gabe Burkich, extra point is good. The only way that drive could have been better is if it had been going the other way so that it had been in front of Gabe Eichert, because I know he loved that drive.
All the action has been at the other end of the field during this entire game. It's ridiculous.
Hey, you had a block punt down there in front of you.
That's true, and it was a Quabu. Man, what a specimen.
Timeout. 1:27 to go, 3rd quarter. The Sooners lead at 31-17. Second half brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Clean places, friendly faces. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College. It was a kickoff return that swung momentum a week ago in Ames. Burkich approaches the football. Total leather. Another driving kick, and we've seen nothing but touchbacks today from both teams.
Well, he pounded that one all the way out of the back of the end zone. Defense, the difference is half. It's like how we started the game early in the first half. The pressure on Sam Ehlinger has been the difference. They haven't been able to get anything going offensively.
Chuckster listening in Choctaw. OU Road Warrior in the house today in section 134. He brought the headphones. Jimmy Akers in Duncan. Shayna James in Texas. Barry Phillips in Skiatook. Shane McIntosh in Tampa Bay, Florida. Congratulations to your Rays, Shane. 31-17 Sooners. Texas trying to answer. Ehlinger runs it himself up the middle. Hit by Brian Asamoah and driven backwards. He got 2, but not an inch more.
Good physical tackle there. Just diagnose, have patience, read your keys in front of you, and come up, make a good flush tackle.
2nd and 8. Texas goes quickly. Bijan Robinson in the backfield. Play action. Ehlinger, quick throw out to the left. Caught shy of the first down marker by Joshua Moore. Let's see where they spot this.
Well, that's a really good throw and catch. The tight coverage out there. Was that Trey Brown? Really tight coverage there. Had a chance to go up and compete and bat that ball away.
Gain of 6. DJ Graham in the game for OU at corner. Freshman out of Fort Worth, Texas. How about that? 3rd and 2 for Texas. They go empty. Ehlinger in the shotgun, surveys the defense. Man in motion, Whittington. There's the snap, back to pass. Ehlinger looks right, takes a deep shot down the near sideline. Incomplete. He overthrew Robinson the back on a wheel route. Not sure if it's a wheel route, but Robinson the back down the near sidelines. Was that a Guebu in coverage?
That's right. The Mike Backer takes the running back all the way to the outside, and he's got him on a go route. And that's where Ehlinger was going with the football. He tried to hold his look in the middle of the field for long enough to hold that safety there, but Guebu got some good help over the top there. Good challenge.
Texas has a grand total of, let me add it up here, 0 first downs in the second half so far.
And I'll tell you, the worst thing about a 17-play drive is if you have to go right back out on the field, and a quick 3-and-out by Texas is going to put that tired D-line right back out there.
Punt to Marvin Mims. Fair catch called for, taken at the 27-yard line, and here comes the Oklahoma offense again with still 14 seconds to go in the third. Looking for more college football action following our broadcast? Check out the College Football Blitz by going to the College Sports Now channel on the free TuneIn app. It's the college football audio version of the NFL Red Zone channel every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time Zone. Just search College Sports Now on the TuneIn app and find the College Football Blitz. Rattler at quarterback, Major at running back, 4 wide receivers from their own 27, up 31-17. Rattler's got it. It's a blitz. Rolling right, looking, dumps it down to the Bullfrog, turns the corner. 30, 35, first down across the 40, and he's out of bounds. They burned him on the blitz. They got 13.
Good job there. They brought pressure. We run that quick little boot route again. Get the quarterback on the outside.
This is the end of the first quarter. Come out on the field.
4 fingers in the air. We head to the fourth in Dallas. Oklahoma in charge for now, 31-17.
Look at this. The entire team coming together, Toby, right out on the field. This game isn't over yet.
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, this is a team that has let 2 games slip away in the last 2 fourth quarters. So I assume they are extremely motivated to prove that that's not the type of team they are. I expect them to play a tremendous fourth in this one.
First down from the 41. Sooners go left to right in the fourth. Home crimson jerseys for OU today. 116th Red River Showdown. Play action. Quick throw out, caught by Weiss. He runs right into Drake Stoops. Broken up by Jalen Green. That's a loss of 4.
Pretty nice play there. Not able to get a good enough block on the edge defender there, and he just kind of runs the loop and reaches out and grabs Weiss and pulls him down. That was a nice play.
So they're behind the chains now, 2nd and 14. Just underway, fourth quarter.
You can't let that talk you out of sticking with the run, though. That's been the bread and butter here.
They're going to throw 4-man rush. They're going to dump a screen to Weiss, who caught it behind the line of scrimmage. Spins, and he's hit, and he's smashed. Another loss of a yard to the 36, and they're going backwards here.
I'm surprised they didn't get a holding call there. It looked like someone was holding one of those defenders.
3rd down and a ways.
Theo Weiss has been the go-to here in the second half. He's got one-on-one coverage there.
3rd and 15 from the OU 36. The Texans into the Cotton Bowl, imploring their defense to come up with a stop for the first time in the second half. Trips right, 1 left. Pledger the back. Sooners look like they're changing the play here. Rattler looks over at Riley. He's got 3 to snap it. Got to hurry with 1. There's the snap just in time. Back to pass. Looking. Dumps across. Incomplete. Crossing pattern intended for Weiss, and he missed it. And the Sooners will kick it away.
We tried those crossers. Tried to get a pick there in the middle of the field and get Theo Weiss with an opportunity to break free and maybe run for that first down, and never really had a good chance to get it to him. Good tight coverage across the field.
It is Deshaun Jamison deep. Reeves Munchau to kick it. They rush him. He got it off. Not a great punt, though. Wobbly off the side of his foot. Bounds at the 30. Takes a sideways bounce and touchdown at the 29. A 35-yard punt, but he got it off. And Texas will start there with 13:23 to go in the game. And we've got a timeout. Athletics. Sooner defense asking for noise from the 12,000 or so Crimson faithful. The south end of the Cotton Bowl. 31-17, Sooners on top. 13:23 to go in the game. Texas offense has done nothing so far in the second half. Ehlinger in the shotgun. He's 15 for 27 passing today for 145 yards. And he's going to play action here. Looks right, throws out to the right. Comebacker caught by Joshua Moore. Nice open field tackle. That is Woody Washington. He got 8.
It is a nice play there. Whenever that receiver's coming back, catching the football, and you're in coverage, you don't know what way he's going to spin. That's where we would see Teddy Lehman make a ton of guys miss and turn it into a huge chunk.
2nd and 2. Ehlinger wants to throw again. Does. Caught again by Joshua Moore. Tackled again by Woody Washington. Got about 9 on that one.
Given a cushion over there. At some point, you may have to take a chance on that. Get a little bit tighter.
Texas goes tempo. Ehlinger, high snap, handoff, Keontae Ingram, and he's stonewalled. LaRon Stokes stood him up, a loss of 2.
You know, part of that, whenever you've got a high snap like that, Ehlinger's eyes have to go up to catch the football. He doesn't know how to read it. He's just handing it off. He's handing it off blind.
2nd down and 12. Texas with a 4 wide receiver look. Ingram stays in it back. Whittington in motion. Ehlinger's got the football. 3-man rush. Takes a deep shot down the seam. Missed his guy, incomplete. It was the Michigan transfer, Tarek Black. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, that's the first real clean pocket that Ehlinger's had here in the second half, and he tries to go down the field and just overthrows his guy a little bit. He had a step on his man. I think Ehlinger's been feeling that pressure, probably rushed that one a bit.
12:09 to go, 3rd and 12. Ball on the Texas 45. Ehlinger asks for the football. He's got it. Sooners bring a blitz. He spins out of pressure. Rolling left, still looking to throw. Ehlinger now going to run it, and they smash him. He's down. Ball's out. Perrion Winfrey tries to save it from going out of bounds, but they say he was down first. It's a sack. Delarian Turner-Yell got him, and Texas will punt. Look at Perrion.
He definitely wasn't down before that ball came out. I mean, he was still fighting for yardage, and they rip it out.
They're spotting the ball at the 37.
Ruling on the field was forward progress was stopped before the football came loose. It's 4th down.
That is the 5th sack today for OU.
When Ehlinger took a shot on that, he was trying to throw the ball downfield in good coverage. He could never let it go, and he didn't see the defenders bearing in on him.
Buszewski to kick it. Mims waits for it. Spiraling, driving kick. Mims back inside the 10. He'll let it bounce at the 5, at the 3, at the 2.
What a kick.
59-yard punt and no return, and Oklahoma is pinned deep. But they lead it 31-17 with 11:37 to go.
Chris Plankin. Gabe, I like the little job of celebration that Brian Asamoah did on the pads of Perrion Winfrey. It was like Mike Tyson on a punching bag. It was impressive, but this defense is fired up when they get effort plays like that.
Yeah, and they're starting to take control of this football game up front. You know, we mentioned it right before this game started, that this game is always decided in the trenches, and you're starting to see OU's offensive line impose its will a little more, and you're seeing this OU defensive line just being really disruptive and, frankly, whooping Texas's O-line.
Texas has 20 rushing yards today. That's it. OU's outgained them 145-20, but they're pinned on their own 2. Handoff Pledger over the left side to the 5, steps over a guy, and he's out to the 10. Give him the 11. 9-yard run, TJ Pledger.
What a job there. Blocked up nicely. Good individual effort there after the first 3 or 4 yards to extend that all the way out to near or a little bit past the 10-yard line, actually.
Sooners looking for their 11th first down of the second half. Texas has 1 with 11:08 to go. 2nd and 1. Trips right, 1 left. Rattler going to hand to Pledger again. He's hit the backfield, breaks free. Across the 11, he's got the first down to the 12, maybe the 13. Turned a loss into a gain, and you can move the chains.
At first, I thought it was going to be just a good job to just hang on to the football as he had a D lineman on him right whenever they tried to make the handoff, but he was able to convert that. Another nice individual effort to get the first down.
TJ Pledger over 100 yards rushing today now, and 2 touchdowns.
And starting to look better as the game goes, getting into a rhythm.
I like how Rattler, he's doing a good job using the clock.
Pistol formation. Hand to Pledger again. Patiently running left across the 15 to the 20. Breaks free, 25, and he's out to the 30. 17 more for Pledger.
I think he's starting to get the feel for that counter GT, letting those guys get around, get turned back upfield and going downhill. He has to have it. It's just an extra count or two to let those guys get turned upfield and get set in on those blocks.
Pledger will get a break. Breather. Marcus Major in. Clock churning as we hit the 10-minute mark. From the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Rattler out of the shotgun. Gonna keep it himself, runs left, has room, 35, 40, 45, midfield Rattler, and he jogs into the Texas bench. How you doing over here, fellas? How's it going?
Well, that's what happens, man. You just feed them a steady dose of that running game over and over and over. They relax on the quarterback, start to over-pursue, feel like they've got to make someone else's play because you're churning out those yards between the tackles, and then Rattler with a good read just pulls it out and burns you.
He got 23. Sooners started this drive on their own, too. The ball now sits on the Texas 47. 9.5 to play. 4 wides, Major on the right hip of Rattler. Snap. Handoff, Major. Running left. Darts across the 45. He's to the 40. Taking off his feet there, but that's 7 more. They are gashing him right now.
I'm having a good time down here. This is fun. Aren't we having fun?
I love the pace, man. Just methodical, slow, using the play clock, working it up there, changing personnel in and out of the game.
Oklahoma has more rushing yards than passing yards today. Who had that as a prediction coming into this one?
Me and Teddy.
It was a hope. I hoped they would.
Double tight end set, pistol formation, 2nd and 3 from the Texas 40. Rattler, handoff, Major, running right, and he's tripped up. Ball popped out, but he hit the turf first. No gain.
Going on the field, runner was down prior to losing the football. 3rd down.
They've run that play quite a few times to each side out of that double tight end look. Just kind of a stretch, and they're kind of pinning and pulling on the front side. Texas wasn't having it anymore.
TJ Pledger back in. He's got 20 touches today. 18 runs, 2 catches. Do they go to him again here on 3rd and 3? Spencer Rattler standing on the Red River Showdown logo at midfield. 7:59 to go. Snap. He's going to throw. Looking right. Steps up in the pocket. Surrounded. And he's sacked. He was looking for an escape hatch. I think he wanted to run that. And couldn't get out. And it looks like Lincoln Riley will bring the punt team onto the field.
Looked like Robinson kind of got worked back into the quarterback there. Rattler's got to have a little bit better vision on that. He kind of ran himself into that sack.
That is the first sack for Texas today. And here comes Munshaw. Ball's on the 43, so it's 4th down and 6. Let's see if Munshaw can do what Bushevsky did and bury Texas near the end zone. There's the kick, backspin. Deshaun Jamison lets it fly. It bounces at the 6, takes a Texas bounce back upfield. It's touched down by Kelleher at the 10-yard line. 33-yard punt. Timeout. 7:02 to go. Feels like it's now or never for Texas. They've got the ball, but they got 90 yards to go, and they need a touchdown. Oklahoma leads at 31-17. Trip today. And they're trying to make it tough on Texas right now. Longhorns will go with freshman Bijan Robinson at running back, the 2-time Arizona High School Player Johnson over the right side. He got a couple, defended well.
Buki, edge player over there playing that nickel back. He's stacked to the field. Comes in there, makes good, solid contact, but a good pursuit by the rest of the defense there to help him out.
2nd and 8. Texas goes fast. Cade Brewer in motion. Sets up tight end right. Ehlinger back to pass. 3-man rush, has time. Crossing pattern. That's caught by Whittington, taken off his pins. Nice tackle, Deshaun White. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Really good job by Deshaun White. Drops back, gets to his landmark, has eyes on the quarterback, on the throw, drives up, makes a good, clean tackle.
Make it 3rd and 4. 6:15 to go. Ehlinger sensing a blitz. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz from deep. Ehlinger flushed right. Looking downfield. He'll run it himself. Race to the marker. Did he get there? Ogwebu, I believe, chasing him. And they're going to say he stepped out right at the 20. And woof, that's a first down. They must be giving him credit for reaching the ball out here. Let's see.
It's a smart move by Ehlinger not to go to the sideline, not to try and run through Ogwebu there for the first down.
They're going to look at this one.
Ruling on the field was the runner made the line to gain for a first down. Play is under review.
Replay official racing over. The amount of wires involved with this is borderline impressive, Gabe, in trying to put this thing together.
You know, everything about it, it's a smooth operation. It makes a lot of sense. There's only 12 wires, which are approximately 30 feet long each, to bring out a 6-inch monitor.
4 wires for every inch of screen.
Ooh. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Looks like he might have stepped out
Looks
just short.
And he definitely made a good decision. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty excited for that collision between him and Ogwebu.
I was too.
I was like, here we go.
This is strange. These plays are almost rarely overturned on the spot. The spot is probably the most difficult one to get overturned.
Official reviews brought to you by Neville McIntyre, McIntyre Law. Download the McIntyre Law app for a chance to win a VIP experience to this year's Bedlam game. Bye week next week, then we'll be just across town in Fort Worth 2 weeks from today to face Gary Patterson of the TCU Horned Frogs. Game time unknown. It's either 1st and 10 at the 20 or 4th and inches at the 19.5. Harry Taylor listening in Norman. Byron Edwards in Kailua, Hawaii. OU Jester in Wisconsin. Chet Taylor in Broken Bow. Jim Bowman in Ray County, Tennessee. Thank you, Sooner fans. You're the best. You've made the Sooner Radio Network the most listened to collegiate football broadcast this year in America. And I'm sure you're doing it again today. Long review here.
Guy listening in Hawaii had to be up early this morning for that 11 a.m. kick.
What's the 6 hours? Is that the difference?
Yeah, it's either 5 or 6 right now. So, yeah, up drinking coffee, listening to the dulcet tones of Toby Rowland.
I don't know what to make of the length of this review, guys.
It's ridiculous.
Do we have the notepad out?
No notepad yet.
They moved the ball back just now to the 19.5.
Wow.
It's going to be 4th down in inches.
Oh, yeah, now he's riding.
I don't know how they all know before the referee announces it, but that is pretty impressive.
Well, the refs have mics that they can talk to each other, Plank.
No, I know that, but see, he's on a headset mic that's different. So is everyone hearing the conversations coming from upstairs?
That would make sense if they were. I don't know. That's a really good question. You should ask.
After reviewing the play, when the runner was out of bounds, the ball was short of the line to gain. The ball will be placed at the 19.5-yard line. It's 4th down. Reset the clock to 6 minutes, 36 seconds.
I mean, this is the game right here for Texas. If they don't get this first down, OU takes over in the red zone, up 14 with 5:50 to go. 4th and inches. They'll run with 2 backs in the backfield, Ehlinger in the shotgun.
Game clock. Please set the clock to 6 minutes and 36 seconds. 6:36.
Now, if you get a motion by one of these guys into the boundary, like number 80, the fullback, you got to watch for that quarterback sweep. They love the quarterback sweep on short yardage.
Snap to Ehlinger. He'll run it himself over the left side. He's got it. Just kind of weaved his way through bodies and dove it to the 21 for the first down.
Well, he got the first, but if it's going to take them 4 downs every reset of chains, they're going to run out of time.
Ehlinger shotgun snap, play action. Dumps it out, caught by the tight end. That's Wiley. Short gain out to the 27.
I'd like to see Trey Brown go attack that instead of hesitating and letting the player get turned back upfield. Get over there and get out of bounds. Drive it and go knife with the outside leg and flip him over.
2nd and 4, 6:10 to go. Texas down 14. Ehlinger claps his hands twice. Back to pass. Near sidelines, incomplete. Well out in front of the intended receiver, Brendan Schooler. I think that's the first time he's targeted Schooler today. The grad transfer from Oregon. 3rd down.
Good tight coverage out there on the outside. I think that was Jaden Davis, is stride for stride.
How about a pick 6 and we end this thing? 3rd down and 4. Sooners showing pressure. Ehlinger asks for the football. He's got it. They bring pressure. Looks left, throws left, caught. Robinson out of the backfield to midfield and out of bounds.
If anyone watched that Bears game on Thursday night against Tampa Bay, this is similar. We've got a man pressure going on. They've got a back in the backfield with a bunch set near, and they just use that as a pick to get the running back out of the backfield and get clear for a little wheel route.
26-yard pickup. Texas cooking now. Back to pass Ehlinger. Looking right, dumps it out. Caught by the back. Robinson again makes a cut at the 40. To the 35. Hit hard there, but it's a first down. Delarian Turner-Yell got it. At the 34, he got 13 more.
Just to check down to the running back. Sneaks out the backside. And Deshaun White's got him for an opportunity one-on-one, and he makes him miss.
5.5 to go. Remember, they need touchdowns. Ehlinger, pump fake. Rolling right, now he'll run. Runs a block to the 30, 25, upended there. That should be enough, though, for another Texas first down. Sooners going to sub a bunch of bodies on defense here.
Yeah, we bringing a whole new defensive line in, fresh bodies. These guys were worn down there.
Spotted at the 23-yard line. Texas on the march, 5:14 to go. Sooners lead 31-17. Ehlinger, shotgun snap, straight drop, looking left, lobs for the end zone. It is intercepted! Woody Washington picked it off! Oh, mama! The kid picked off the fence! Woody Washington in coverage on Joshua Moore.
And this is going to be a redo of the game last week against Iowa State. I think we got away with a little bit of tug this time with the interception.
We got a flag down. Did that come down after the play?
Maybe celebration.
I'll take it.
Lincoln Riley's not happy, whatever it is.
5:02 to go. Old number 0 picked it off, Teddy Lehman.
No, he did. And like I said, a little bit
There's
of a...
no foul on the play for unsportsmanlike conduct. It's first down.
We got to wait a little bit of a tug. He had a step originally, and Ehlinger tried to put it out there for him to make a play, and good help coming over the top and picking that ball off.
They owed us one.
Yep. And the defense second half has just been superb. I mean, so difficult for Texas to get any movement. Finally started to get a little bit of tired there when they moved the chains on us a few times. We get a little line change, get a fresh set of pass rushers in there, force the issue, come up with the pick. I mean, excellent stuff defensively.
First career interception for Woody Washington, the redshirt freshman from Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Over that they've ended up getting or at least put themselves in a position where they could have got a flag. So just a reminder from Alex Grinch. Proud of him, made a big time play, but game's not over yet.
From the 20, pistol formation. Can they finish him off? Handoff, Pledger up the middle, bangs across the 20 to the 22. Timeout, Texas. I mean, we're going to need the entirety of the post-game show.
First charge timeout of the half called by Texas. 30-second timeout.
Remember everything that's happened today.
The first half feels like it was a year ago, doesn't it? I mean, the way this second half has gone, it feels like two different football games. The way the first half went, it looked like we were going to have one of the most wild games we've ever had down here. And this second one, the offensive lines put them to sleep. And it wouldn't shock me here if, Texas is going to be sitting heavy run here with much success as we've had. Would not shock me if we went with one of those boots to where Rattler has an opportunity to complete it if you've got a wide open guy with a fullback coming across the formation, or tuck it and run it yourself to keep that clock rolling.
This is an energized sideline, Gabe, I think, to say the least. They're feeling themselves after what I'm sure was a very, very, very long week of practice.
There's no doubt about that. There's no better feeling in an Oklahoma jersey than beating Texas.
2nd and 8. Handoff, Pledger again. Cuts it up, puts his head down, out to the 25. He got 3. Timeout, Texas. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Second charge timeout of the half by Texas. 30-second timeout.
Looks like Joseph Osai got a cramp. He's up slow.
That was one area, too, Toby, that we talked about in the pregame show. And credit, Benny Wiley and his staff. We've only talked maybe, about 1 or 2 cramps for the Sooners here today. De'Laren Turner-Yell early in the game, and that might have been about it. So, I know fitness questions always come across the sports talk calls and the social media sites whenever you lose leads in the 3rd and 4th quarter, but
Rattler's got it. Handoff. Reverse flip coming near side. Theo Weiss, and he's tripped up back at the 15. Sooners tried to get cute, and Texas snuffed it out. A loss of 10. And
3rd and final. Charge timeout called by Texas. 30-second timeout.
At worst, your quarterback has to throw it away, but most likely you can either get a quick, easy completion to the fullback in the flat, or he can tuck it up and run it if it's not there. That play just leaves too many negatives there.
Got to get it away. There's the snap. The kick is away. End over end. Deshaun Jamison, no fair catch. It bounds at the 50, and it's touchdown there. So Texas will start at midfield, a 35-yard punt. 4:38 to go. They've got no timeouts.
Well, the way your defense has played the second half, even though they've got the ball here with great field position, 50-yard line going in, they're still going to have to get 2 touchdowns in here late, and they've just had an extremely hard time moving the football. Got a little bit into rhythm on the last drive before we got the turnover, which was huge. But we got to keep the pressure on Ehlinger in the pocket. That's been the difference.
Moore, Whittington, and Eagles, the wide receivers. Ehlinger back to pass. 4-man rush, has a pocket, steps up, dumps it down to Keontae Ingram, the back. Hit at the 46 and tackled there. Inbounds, clock runs. It's a gain of 4.
Really good tackle there by Woody Washington, coming up, making a good, clean play, not letting him get out of bounds. He tried to create something there and make some extra yards and end up retreating a little bit, but that's what you want. Little gains, tackled inbounds.
4:12 to go. 2nd and 6. Ehlinger. They blitz him this time. He's going to look for it all down the right sideline. It's knocked away. Jaden Davis, no flags. Joshua Moore, the intended receiver.
Boy, I thought Moore was going to be able to turn the corner there and make a play on that ball, but Jaden Davis, right at the last instant, shot that hand in there and deflected that ball.
A lot of jousting there. That could have been a penalty. 3rd down and 5.5, really. Texas subbed, so the Sooners are going to slowly sub. 4:01 to go. Clock stopped.
Watch a quick hitter here in the run game. This is 2-down territory.
Ingram on the left hip of Ehlinger. One to snap it. He does. He's going to throw. Sooners pressure the pocket. He steps up, makes a man miss. He'll have the first down across the 40. Room to run to the 30, to the 25, and they finally got him down around the 24. Ehlinger, a big play with his feet. Isaiah Thomas slow to his feet.
They had him hemmed in, but, you know, we got past the quarterback on our rush. You can't ever rush past the level of the quarterback.
And a flag is down. This is going to be offsides on Benito.
Number 11 was in the neutral zone, causing the offense to react. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Move it to the 19. 3:47 to go. Our score, Oklahoma 31, Texas 17. It was 17 all at halftime. Longhorns out of timeouts. 4 wides, ball just inside the red zone. Ehlinger, straight drop, looking left. He's being chased, flips out of the pocket left. Still looking, flush back to the right. Looking to throw late, and he'll dump it into the turf. He threw it in front of Ingram, flag down in the secondary.
Yeah.
Feels like a hold.
That's tough. You know, when the quarterback's running around crazy like that, you've got to cover in the secondary for 10, 12 seconds. It's almost impossible not to hold.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 10, half the distance to the goal. It's first down.
These two teams each came in averaging over 9 penalties a game. They've each been whistled for 8 now today. And that'll make it first and goal at the 9. Still 3:35 to play.
Empty. They love pick routes out of empty down here in the red zone.
Ehlinger pointing out something to the left of the formation. Now sends Whittington in motion. Back to pass. Ehlinger looks left, throws left, caught, crossing pattern. Joshua Moore. It's a touchdown.
That's the pick. You get all those crossers right in the middle of the field, trying to brush off the coverage. You've got to go over the top of the other guys, and you just end up trailing as you try and gain that ground back on the wide receiver. You just end up trailing by 2 or 3 yards, and enough for, you know, just enough for them to get into the end zone there.
3:28 to go. They've got an onside kick this, right? With no timeouts. I mean, theoretically, I don't think they have to, but they would be getting the ball back with less than a minute, I believe. First, the extra point here. Cameron Dicker trying to make it a 7-point game, and the line drive is good. So it's 31-24, 3:28 to go. They have already recovered an onside this year, so they've got some confidence in that area. That game we were talking about, the aforementioned game in Lubbock.
I mean, if you got 3 straight stops, I mean, you could probably get the ball back with maybe a minute 5, minute 10.
Anticipating an onside kick. Let's see what Cameron Dicker's got up his sleeve. He angles to the right as if he's kicking it near sideline. He approaches, there's the move. Onside kick, takes a high hop, and it is deflected out of bounds. It hung dangerously in the air, but got batted out of bounds.
That was a really good kick. It took those 2 quick little short hops like you want, and then that tall one to get over the line and try and get out there to the edge.
For kickoff out of bounds, early on the field as Oklahoma touched the ball. The loose ball went out of bounds, so it is Oklahoma's ball, first down at that spot.
The Sooners will have it around the 47. We'll see where they put it down. 3:27 to go. Texas cannot stop it. They're going to put it down at the 46-yard line in Sooner territory. Oklahoma 31, Texas 24. A first down ends the game.
Ball security here, and Texas is going to be over pursuing like crazy in the running game. It'll be an opportunity if they get the right look on one of these downs for Spencer Rattler to keep it on the backside.
Pistol formation. Rattler hands to play, keeps it. Rattler keeps it, and he'll go nowhere. They read it, and the ball's out. They stripped it. Was he down or not? No indication yet. The officials are unpiling. They ripped the ball away from Rattler. It's second down. Oklahoma recovered it.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the offense. It's second down.
Who's got the ball? Is it Creed Humphrey recovered it?
In the history of this game, Toby, there's been some late fumbles by quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield had it happen. Landry Jones had it happen when they were running out the clock. And thankfully, Spencer Rattler had his All-American center there to fall on it.
Wow.
2:55 to go. Clock runs. Second down and 13 now. Snap. Handoff. Pledger this time. Running right across the 45. Sandwich down at the 47. It'll be 3rd and 9. And they'll take this next snap with just over 2 minutes to go.
Texas fans that are here, guys, give them credit. They're making some noise. They haven't quit.
OU, Texas. Never disappoints. 31-24 Sooners. 3rd and 9 from their own 47. 10 to snap it. 2:15 on the game clock. Rattler out of the shotgun, sends Stoops in motion. Play action. Wants to throw. Does across the middle. Stogner bobbles it. Incomplete. They tried to surprise him, and Stogner couldn't hang on. The clock stops with 2:04 to go, and Oklahoma's going to have to punt it.
DOE went over, used his fist to kind of pop up the bottom of the face mask of Austin Stogner as if to say, chin up, man. Sooners need a big-time player from their special teams and their defense. Got an injured Texas player.
B.J. Foster not off the field yet. He hit Stogner in the stomach, and he couldn't hang on. It was a fastball, but it was catchable.
Yeah, I went between like a couple of underneath guys plus a secondary player there, and it was a little bit behind him, but that's a ball you expect Stogner to be able to pull in.
Can Texas do it again? They pulled off a miracle in Lubbock. They're going to get a chance here. Reeves Munchau will try to pin him deep. Deshaun Jameson, we mentioned earlier, does have a punt return and kickoff return touchdown in his career. He's dangerous. Snap back. Munchau the kick. Wobbly toward the sideline. No fair catch called. Taken at the 13. Jameson runs right. Steps through the 20. Flag down. Tackled at the 29-yard line. Flag down. With 1:52 to go. This is on Texas. This is going to make Sam Ehlinger's job a little bit harder.
During the return, holding, receiving team, number 21, 10-yard penalty, first down, Texas.
9th penalty on Texas. They'll spot it at the 16-yard line. They've got to go 84 yards to tie or win. With 1:52, no timeouts. Sooner defense asking for noise. Sooner fans oblige. Here we go.
Pass rush has been critical here. They've got some yardage out of checking it down to the running back and making people miss.
Snap to Ehlinger, back to pass. Looks middle, has a pocket. Now he's flushed. Out to the left, looking, throws late toward the sideline, incomplete. Pressure finally got to him. He threw it for Malcolm Epps. 2nd and 10.
Good job. Good job in the secondary on an extended play. That was a long play, not holding, not tugging at those wide receivers, trying to get him there in the.
We got a flag on the far side of the
pass. Holding. Defense, number 10. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That's what happens on those long plays. Those defenders, when you get into scramble drill, it's hard not to. It's like sandlot football. You're trying to grab onto a guy to keep it from running all over the place.
So that moves it to the 26. Penalty number 9 on OU. First and 10, 1:43 to play. Ehlinger's got it. Straight drop again. Pressure's in on him. Steps up. He'll run with room. 30, 35 to the 40, and he'll step out of bounds at the 43. 17-yard run by Ehlinger.
We had a good rush, and he stepped up in the pocket, and we had 3 guys on one side of the ball. Wasn't balanced at all. One of our defenders had a chance to come up and make a play on him in the open field, and he sidestepped it.
1:34 to go. Worlds of time. Can the defense make another play? Ehlinger's got it. Straight drop. Has a pocket. Looking deep. Fires near sideline. Caught by Eagles on the Sooners sideline. Out of bounds. At the OU 40.
Too much time again. Ehlinger really comfortable in the pocket. He's got all the time in the world. I think our D-line's wearing down.
They're gassed, Teddy. That D-line's gassed.
17-yard pickup. 1:26 to go. Clock stopped. First and 10, Texas at the OU 40-yard line. Sooners 31, Longhorns 24. Ehlinger's got it. Play action. Back to pass, rolling right, looking back left. Hit as he throws. Got it out, incomplete. Looking for Epps. Little throwback across the field, and he missed it.
Yeah, try to play action there on the inside and throw it to the wing, coming all the way across the formation. That little fake block there on the edge.
Second and 10. Clock stopped, 1:20 to go. It was Woody Washington last time that came up with the big play. Who could be the hero now? Trips right, 1 left. Ehlinger straight drop, 3-man rush. Steps up, he'll run. 40, 35, being chased to the 30 and out of bounds. That'll be a first down. 1:12 to play.
Our rush is doing a bad job right now of containing Sam Ehlinger. That's where they're getting all the yardage. Not completing much on our defense. We've got to have a better understanding that Ehlinger's trying to get out of there. Sometimes you're not going to get there on the rush, but you've got to be able to set yourself up to react if he tucks it to keep it. Contain the quarterback.
First and 10, timeout Oklahoma.
Good timeout.
This is the second charge timeout of the half by Oklahoma. 30-second timeout.
Get that defensive line a break, get them some Gatorade, some air in the lungs so they can come after Ehlinger again.
1:12 to go.
So here's my question. If it comes to this and they
Go for 2.
you think they do?
Why not?
Oklahoma hasn't stopped the Ehlinger quarterback run in 5 years.
Right.
4 years, I guess. 5 games. All right, Oklahoma's got 1 timeout left. Texas, none. 1:12 to go. First and 10 from the Sooner 30. 7-point game. Ehlinger back to pass. They bring pressure. Steps up. Gets away. Flag down. That's going to be a hold. Ehlinger throws out to the right. Diving catch by Joshua Moore. Inside the 20, but there's 2 flags down in the Texas backfield.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. It's first down.
So that'll back it to the 40 with 1:03 to go. And that helps.
Yeah, that's a big play right there. Now that's 2nd and 20. Changes the whole demeanor of that offense who had the defense on their heels. Now that we can settle in a little bit, play some zone.
Another huge play by Isaiah Thomas, guys. He's the one who drew the holding. He's having a day.
Trips right. Cade Brewer left. Bijan Robinson the back from the 40. Snap to Ehlinger. Looking middle. Throws to the right. It is caught at the 20-yard line. Joshua Moore. Inbounds. Clock runs. They'll spot it at the 21. It's a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1. Clock runs 49 seconds. Texas goes 4 wides. The back is Ingram. Snap with 40 seconds left. Handoff. Ingram up the middle. Has the first down. Tackled. Inbounds at the 17. 35 seconds to go. They'll stop the clock while they spot the ball and move the chains. Texas needs a touchdown. First and 10 from the Sooners 17. There's the snap, low snap. Ehlinger's got it. Back to pass, flush to the left, still looking. Throws for the end zone, and he threw it wide of the mark, incomplete. Tarek Black, the closest receiver, 24 seconds to play.
I'm watching Ehlinger right now. He's smoked himself. He's exhausted, or else I think he would have tucked that and ran with it. He had that whole edge over there. Probably could have got down near the 10-yard line.
Oh, man. This is awesome. And nauseating at the same time. 2nd and 10 from the 17. 31-24 Oklahoma. 24 seconds to go. Snap to Ehlinger. 4-man rush. They bring pressure. Steps up. Throws late toward the end zone. Incomplete. Flag down. They're going to get Pat Fields for pass interference.
I think it's the right call. He was draped over him coming across the middle there.
And that'll move it to around the 2.
Again, good job by the defensive
Pass
line.
interference. Defense, number 10, 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
18 seconds to go.
It gives that penalty is also giving Texas a chance to catch their breath. Ehlinger is exhausted, bent over. You can see his shoulder pads moving up and down, trying to get some oxygen.
I mean, if they run it here and don't get it,
you just pile them up. Don't let them get up off the ground.
The quarterback run is the obvious call.
They love the quarterback sweep here into the boundary.
From the 2, 1st and goal. Ehlinger surveys the defense. Puts a man in motion. Snap. Ehlinger back to pass. Lobs it out wide open. Ingram touchdown. Keontae Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown catch. And what will Texas do? They're 1 point down, 31-30. Here comes the field goal unit.
Buki saw it pre-play. He was pointing over Ted towards our sideline. Yeah. No one saw it. No one adjusted.
It's the second time, you get all those people in there in a bunch and play action, and you try to get a pick on a backer who's got the running back in coverage usually and get him out there with a little bit of edge. This time, no one saw him at all.
14 seconds to go. Tom Herman playing for the tie or overtime. Dicker on for the all-important extra point. Snap good, hold down, kick is away. It is good. Wow. 31-31 in Dallas.
This is where you got to pick yourself up off the mat, guys. Oklahoma thought they had a win, Ted. I mean, they were celebrating. They were feeling good. And Alex Grinch and that coaching staff, hey, this game isn't over yet, guys. And they unfortunately were proven to be right. But if there wasn't a gut check in the last 2 games, they're getting it right here.
Yeah, and the defense played so good the second half. And, offensively, late, we had a couple of opportunities to move the chains. Didn't do it. And Texas ended up getting the ball.
On ice too. Somehow tied and about to be headed to overtime, and Texas has all the momentum. So let's see what this team's made of, guys.
Dicker has not allowed a return today. 14 seconds to go. Here's the kicker. Driving kick toward Rambo. He'll take it 2 yards deep and bring it out. 5 to the 10. 15 up the middle, 20. 25-yard line, and he's down at the 28. It is the greatest rivalry in college football for a reason. Doesn't matter how good the teams are, what year it is, whether this stadium is 110% full or 25% full. This game never disappoints. And it's doing it again. Under center, Spencer Rattler hits a knee, and we are going to overtime in Dallas. Texas down 14 with 4 minutes to go. Has done what they did in Lubbock without the onside kick. They have tied it up late and sent it to the extra period, and they have momentum headed into overtime.
Well, we joked about this at some point, overtime, but here we are. And here's the thing. I still feel good about our running game. Nothing has changed. We still have the advantage with our offensive line against their defensive line. I still feel like, that's the thing for us to stick to. Don't get cute down there. I think we want to take the ball out of Rattler's hands and put it in the running backs. You know, the last thing you can afford right here is a turnover. We've been so turnover prone today. He had one
right now. Good call, Toby.
1996, James Allen here in overtime. Oklahoma went to overtime in the Big 12 championship game last year against Baylor and won it. Of course, the
All right, gentlemen, go to overtime. The winner of the toss can select offense, defense, or side of the field. The loser gets the remaining decision. Okay, if we get to a third overtime, a team scoring a touchdown must go for 2. If we get to a fifth overtime, we go to a 2-point shootout. Any questions? Texas still is the visitors team designated. You'll call the toss. 1 logo is heads, 2 logo is tails. The call is heads. It is tails. Oklahoma, you've won the toss. You'll play on defense. Which end of the field would you like to play on? Okay, it'll be Texas ball, 1st and 10, going this way.
Of course, Gabe.
Good luck.
They're going the other way. Overtime number 1 will be played on the Texas end.
I'm happy, but I'm mad.
So the Sooners will elect to play defense, meaning Sam Ehlinger right back on the field.
And Toby, just as you might imagine, quick whiteboard, hydration, making sure everyone understands where they need to be. Final words from Calvin Thibodeau, Jamal Cain, Roy Manning, and, of course, Alex Grinch, all the coaches down here on the sidelines.
I do need to correct the official there. If we go to 5 overtimes, it's not a 2-point shootout, it's a 2-point showdown, Toby.
Yeah, that's right. We can't have shootouts.
No shootouts.
Way to be very politically correct, Teddy. I'm so proud of you.
A little extra stretching on the sideline for one TJ Pledger. And cramps, as we mentioned, have not been an issue on the sidelines for the Sooners. And want to make sure we mention MidFirst Bank, Toby, a premier partner of OU Athletics and your exclusive home for the OU credit and debit cards. Visit midfirst.com/Sooners for details. MidFirst Bank, true to your money, member FDIC. Here we go.
31-31. Woody Washington back in at corner. Jaden Davis at the other corner from the 25. Texas going right to left, visiting white unis. Keontae Ingram sent in motion. Ehlinger, quick throw out to the left, caught behind the line of scrimmage and tackled for no gain. Pat Fields, the nice play on Jordan Whittington. It'll be second and maybe give him half yard.
It was a great adjustment defensively. They had a motion out of the backfield. We covered that. Looked like it was going to be quarterback run game. We defended that really good on the inside, and Ehlinger's final option was to swing it wide, and we had plenty of bodies over there to tackle.
2nd and 9. Trips to the boundary, 2 to the right, empty set. Ehlinger pointing out the defense, right, pointing left, takes the football. 4-man rush, looks right, takes a shot for the end zone, right side. Brandon Eagles with Buki all over him. I don't see a flag. Do you see a flag?
No
Incomplete.
flag.
That's a minor miracle right there. It looked like there was a lot of contact. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And there is a group of Texas players. I'm assuming it's the same area in the other end zone where some Sooner players that aren't dressed are sitting, and Buki was letting them have it as they were letting him have it as well.
Chance to force a field goal here. 3rd and 9 from the 24.5. Trips right, tight end Cade Brewer split slot left. Snap to Ehlinger. They bring a blitz. They pick it up. Throws across the middle. Caught by Whittington. 1st down. Tackled by Pat Fields at the 13.
Good blitz pickup by Texas there. Ehlinger's got a clean pocket, steps up just a little bit, and has that crossing route. And they try a little pick there in the middle of the field.
Longhorns go tempo.
Going on the field was a catch for a 1st down. Play is under review.
Is there something curious here?
Literally standing right where that catch was made, and it looked pretty clean.
They just showed the replay in the booth, and I didn't see anything from that angle that looked fishy, but somebody must have.
Spot was pretty well beyond the line.
I mean, it looked like he caught it and tucked it, but he may have never secured it cleanly. This will be the angle we want. That's a clean catch there. No, that's purely a catch. Not even close.
I don't see anything.
I mean, I guess they're saying that if he fell to the ground and it jarred loose a little bit there, but I feel like at that point he had already had possession and had a football move upfield.
Review is brought to you by Noble McIntyre, McIntyre Law. Download the McIntyre Law app for a chance to win a VIP experience to this year's Bedlam game.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field of a catch is confirmed. It's 1st down.
At the 14. We're in overtime. 31-31. Texas with the possession first here. It was 17-17 at half. Oklahoma led 31-17 with 4 minutes to go.
Now, this is the area of the field they like the quarterback run game. We've seen that today. If they go to empty, they love the mesh, the pick routes with all of the crossers there in the middle of the field trying to knock somebody off.
Man in motion is Black, left to right. Ehlinger keeps it, runs left, got the corner to the 10 to the 5, shoved out of bounds inside the 5. Sam Ehlinger.
First down.
At the 3, it's a first down, first and goal.
That's a tough play. They've got numbers. It's that end over formation again, unbalanced. And looks like they had something to the wide side of the field with the running back, but Ehlinger pulls it and able to get around the corner.
Ehlinger under center for the first time today from the 3. Play action. Rolling right. Wants to throw. And he'll just walk in. Touchdown. Texas has their first lead today. And it comes in overtime. 3-yard touchdown run for Ehlinger.
That's a play we have in our offense as well. Called Niner boot. You play action on the same side that you roll out to. Get your quarterback on the edge. A lot of teams like that for pick routes. Put the quarterback over there on that side with the run-pass option.
Dicker for the extra point. $20 unanswered for Texas. And make it 21. 38-31. And the Oklahoma offense kind of shifted back into neutral about 45 minutes ago. Can they put it back into drive here? Needing a touchdown.
Sure feels like a long time since they've been on the field, doesn't it? In a time where you want to have some nice rhythm, I feel like maybe that's, and Plank kind of pointed this out as far as exhaustion-wise for our defense, but Texas, that just coming off the field with really good rhythm the last 2 drives, able to get right back out there and do the same thing.
Rattler's got Rambo, Mims, Weiss, Jeremiah Hall at tight end, and Marcus Major, the back, is split out. They go 5 wides. From the 25, going right to left, crimson jerseys. Need a touchdown. Rattler back to pass. Looks right, steps up, squeezes out. He'll run it himself, makes a cut to the 20, still on his feet, down to the 17-yard line. A couple of broken tackles there, and he ended up getting about 8. We've got an injured Longhorn in the secondary.
Timing on the field for an injured player.
It's B.J. Foster again, and it must be a cramping issue for B.J. He's been down quite a few times today.
Good job by Rattler there. Nervous, though, and he gets out there. He's kind of waving that ball around as he's dodging defenders, trying to make a play. But good individual effort.
Lincoln Riley scores. Any doubt as to what he'd do?
Boy, I have a hard time thinking that anyone right now would go for 2 to try and win this thing. But who knows?
I'm going to say the 17-yard line, so 2nd and 2 when play resumes.
Now, the way we were running the football to start off this half, I would have said, gosh, why not? Yeah, punch it in and finish this thing.
That Texas defense has its legs back under it now, though. It's been on the sidelines for better part of the last 45 minutes or so. 38-31 Texas. We're in overtime. Bevo's back on his feet.
And here's the thing. Here's the advantage of going second. You got to remember now, you got 2nd and 2. You can take a shot here because you've got 4 downs to get a first down.
Rambo, Stoops, Hall, and Weiss, the wideouts. Marcus Major on the right hip of Rattler from the 17. Jeremiah Hall in short motion, snap. Handoff Major, keeper Rattler over the right side to the 15, first down, sandwich down, hit hard to the 13. And it looks like Jeremiah Hall is hurt. A little zone read, and Rattler kept it for the first down.
On the field for an injured player.
Oh, man. That might be his neck. He tried to cut the backside player there and dove at his legs. He's had awkward contact with his head on that guy's thigh or knee area.
We are 4 hours deep in Red River Showdown 116. A game of twists and turns, peaks and valleys, mistakes and mistakes. And it has carried us now into overtime number 1. Can you imagine the scene if this thing was full right now?
My goodness.
It's still pretty impressive.
It's great.
If you notice, Toby, across the way, and Jeremiah Hall is on his knees right now talking. Every single member of the staff is there with him. Brad Camp watching along from the equipment side of things if they need any help on that front. But Scott Anderson is out there, Jim Hillis, Chris Watson as well. But if you notice, the area that's right on the corner of the Texas end zone is now just full of Texas fans. That is an area, that's kind of where Eichard Island is on the opposite side of the field. There's not supposed to be any fans down there, but they tried to do this earlier in the game, but they basically said, all right, you're going to have to kick all of us out. So you have Texas fans, which looks to be mostly students.
That's like they've got like a big student section. So the rest of the stadium is, spaced out and distanced and, sitting in the seats they're supposed to sit in.
They just took over.
Respect to them. They've taken the stadium over. They're getting after it.
Jeremiah Hall made his way to the sidelines, guys. We'll keep an eye on him.
They've gone with Major, not Pledger, so far on this overtime drive. And Marcus Major back onto the field. 3 wide outs. The tight end is Stogner from the 13, 1st and 10. Sooners need a touchdown to keep going. Ball on the right hash. Rattler in the gun. He's got it. 4-man rush. Throws. Stogner. Crouching catch at the 9. He got 4.
Inside the 10-yard line here. Now, we do have an opportunity to get a first down without scoring inside the 3-yard line. So you could have a bunch of shots at the end zone here.
2nd and 6 from the 9. They'll bring Stogner into the backfield now, and power pistol loaded right.
They ran a lead out of this last time. They may try and get Stogner with the backer in one-on-one.
Stoops in motion. Rattler's got it. Handoff Major. Looking for room. Can't get away. Now he breaks a tackle, but he won't get away from the next guy. Loss of 2. 3rd down and 8 at the 11.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Remember, you've got 4 downs to get that first down, so a run here is not completely out of the question.
First down, they can get a first down at the 3. 3rd and 8 from the 11. Trips out to the right. Stogner tight end left. Ball on the left hash. Rattler asks for the football from Humphrey. He's got it. Blitz is on. Looks left. Still looking. Throws end zone. Stogner caught it. Touchdown! Redemption!
Oh, what a catch. That's some stick 'em on those hands or what? How did he pull that thing in? That was impressive. Throw it up there about 10 feet in the air and let the big guy 6'6" go up and make a grab. Wow.
Sooners will go for 1. Gabe Burkich on for the extra point.
I mean, Stogner's wearing that defender like a backpack and still elevates to make that play.
Snap good, hold down, kick is away. It is good. We'll go to overtime number 2. Are we having fun yet, boys? 38-38 in Dallas. Let's take a 1-minute bonus network break. 1-minute bonus network break. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College.
Switching ends of the field, we're headed into the Sooner end zone, and all the Texas fans from the Texas end of the stadium, Gabe Eichard, are trying to migrate down to this end, and security, by the way, through the watchful eye.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I've made it clear
you
that I've made it clear that Eichert Island down here is population of 1.
They're trying to infiltrate Eichert Island right now. But, Toby, look at what the Sooner fans are doing as well.
Everyone's leaving their seats and piling down towards the end zone.
By the way, one thing now, I think this is really good for the Oklahoma defense to get some rest, Ted. Obviously, we're in overtime, now double overtime, 38-all. Sooners have the football. But, I mean, maybe I'm making too much of it, guys, but I like the idea of these guys getting a chance to catch their breath, diagram some things up, and get ready for the next time Texas has the football.
I feel like it's a high school football game where everyone's going to the end of the field where the action's on right now.
It'll be Marcus Major again. TJ Pledger, okay?
Yeah, Toby, he was having some cramping issues. They've been stretching him out. We'll keep an eye on it.
Trips left, Stogner right, going left to right now. Sooners get the ball first in double overtime. Rattler back to pass. Looks middle, throws middle. Stogner to the 10, to the 5, to the 3. Stogkowski taking over in overtime.
I like it. I love the play action. Get him on the inside with leverage on his defender. It's just an easy throw and catch. He's a massive target. Puts that defender on his back, and there's no way they're going to make a play on it. He's got 1.5 feet over that guy.
They go triple H back here. Mikey Henderson checks in. Rattler under center. I formation. This smells funny. Mikey Henderson shifts right into the line behind Stogner. Snap. Play action. Rattler looks end zone, throws end zone. Stogner can't hang on. Oh, the pass was fluttering, and it was behind him, and he couldn't quite reel it in before falling on the end line. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Same thing we saw last week. It's spider pass where you release the fullback, the tailback cuts the end. This time we run crossers out of it, try and get Stogner running the back line to the end zone. It looked like Mikey Henderson, when he ran the first crosser, was wide open on the other side of the end zone.
He was, Ted. He was wide open.
Rambo, Stogner to the right, Weiss to the left. Tight end right, Jeremiah Hall back out there. 2nd and goal from the 3. Rattler, play action. Rolling right, looking, throws, it is incomplete. Rambo had it for a second, but it was jarred loose by Deshaun Jameson.
Incomplete pass. It's 3rd down.
I mean, Stogner got absolutely tackled in the middle of the field by his defender, draped all over him. They could have thrown a defensive holding there.
3rd and goal. It forces Lincoln Riley into a tough decision if he doesn't pick it up here. I don't know how tough it is. I think you got to kick it.
Out on the field for an injured player.
We got a Longhorn in the end zone that's on a knee, or on his rear. What do you like here, Gabe? Teddy, what's your play call?
I like the stuff they do, the run-pass option stuff that Teddy's been talking about.
Well,
Get Rattler on the move, give him a couple options, levels route, or the ability to run the football.
That last touchdown that Ehlinger had down there, I talked about it. We've got that play in our playbook. We run it quite a bit, Niner boot. It's a boot to except you play action to the side that the quarterback rolls out to. And if you've got twin receivers to that side, they love to run pick routes, man-to-man down there on the tight goal line. If you get any type of rub at all, it gives you an advantage with a quick throw from the quarterback that's going to be right there on top of you to be able to complete that pass. If it's covered well, the quarterback can tuck it and go. So that's a play we've run quite a bit in this area. It's a popular play in both college and pro football. Wouldn't shock me if they ran that.
Safety Jaron Thompson, the injured Longhorn, looked like a cramp. He is being helped off the field. Ball's right in the middle of the field. It's right where you would put it down for an extra point try at the 3-yard line.
Lincoln also likes to ride the hot hand. Stogner's hot right now. You go back to that play in Missouri State where they had Stogner split out and tried to run that play action slant to him. Right there, throw it up, let him go make a play. We actually tried it earlier today in the game too. Weren't able to complete it, but he may go right back to Stogner.
Here we go. Double overtime, tie game, 3rd and goal from the 3. Rattler in the shotgun, he's got it. Looking middle, he'll run it himself up the middle, reaching for the end zone, he falls in, touchdown! Spencer Rattler!
Look at that. I think that's a called quarterback draw. You see Major trying to fit up in there and give a block, and he ends up blocking nobody, and Rattler does it himself, runs through a couple of tacklers, and bowls his way into the end zone. Even though he's not the size of like an Ehlinger or some of these bigger quarterbacks, he's still
ruling on the field of a touchdown. The play is under review.
It's going to be a close call, guys.
Oh, man.
It looked like the ball had crossed the plane, but
the question is anybody on top of him? Underneath him? Here, this will give us a good look. Teddy, tell us what you see here. We're seeing the TV replay in the booth.
He gets spun around and then kind of goes down to his backside as he's falling in. And this angle right there looks like he's down.
There's an arm under him, though. Look at that hand under him right there.
Yeah.
There's a hand of Demarion Overshown that is underneath the right cheek of Spencer Rattler. And it might be the difference between this being a touchdown or not.
I got to tell you, man, I don't think there's enough there to overturn it. Now,
how about this angle?
Like, if you were to ask me honestly, I would say, honestly, I think he's down, but I don't think there's enough here to overturn it.
If he is down, how about this call?
No doubt.
It's 4th and goal from the 3-inch line.
I mean, if they end up calling it short, you got to score a touchdown with what Ehlinger's done, through the fourth quarter, through the first overtime. Like, I don't know about you guys, but there's absolutely no doubt you got to go.
I agree. Question is, what's the call?
Yeah, I mean, because you remember last week against Iowa State, we had 3 shots of it down inside the 2 or 3 yard line, and we tried the fullback dive with Hall, who may be banged up. Quarterback sneak, maybe.
Long look at this. I think they're trying to tell whether the right hand of Demarion Overshown is underneath the backside of Spencer Rattler. Did his backside really touch the ground or not?
What do you think? Because I think that he's probably down, but I don't know that there's conclusive evidence that they would overturn this.
Completely agree. Also would like to note I'm wearing a shirt with an OU logo on it. Official reviews brought to you by Noble McIntyre at McIntyre Law.
Gabe's right in front of it. Gabe, I like the crowd that's around the referee making this call, the crowd that's around Brandon Cruz right now.
What do you guys think down there?
Well, the replay they're showing on the big screen, it looks like he's laying on Overshown's arm.
Yeah.
Like, from the angle, they've got a nice angle from almost underneath the goalpost. Gives you a good look at it. It certainly doesn't look like his.
Here we go.
Oh, they're going to call it short.
Yep. They've just moved the ball to the half.
After reviewing the play, when the runner's shin was down, the ball was short of the goal line. Ball be placed at the half-yard line. It's 4th down.
He chose to go with shin instead of cheek like you, T-Row.
Well, that is inaccurate. And they're going for it. 4th and half a yard in double overtime. Stogner is on the field. Mikey Henderson's on the field. Jeremiah Hall's on the field. Looks like Rattler's going under center. He's got an I formation with Hall and Major behind him. And he's got Creed Humphrey, an All-American center, in front of him. Do they quarterback sneak this? There's a lot of traffic right in front of Creed Humphrey. Snap, play action, and whistles before the snap. Texas is going to take a timeout. Oklahoma was going to throw.
Was anybody open?
Prior to the snap,
Stogner got
Texas
tackled.
takes their one and only timeout of this overtime period.
I don't know what was going to happen, but I'm glad they called that timeout. Now it's the chess match. You kind of showed your hand there. They're going to react. They at least now, they don't know if you're going to run or pass, but they know that, okay, they do have the option of pass. They will call that here. So that maybe makes you defensively be a little bit less aggressive right over the ball. They had 2 A-gap defensive linemen plus a linebacker over Creed Humphrey. So now you back off that a little bit, and that opens up the opportunity if you do want to sneak it.
Oklahoma has the ball first in the second overtime here. Tie game 38-all. 4th and goal from the half-yard line.
Teddy, I've always been a fan of getting in like sub personnel to run runs on the goal line, but they're going.
Here's
Jeremiah
Pledger.
Hall, they're going Stogner.
TJ Pledger for the first time in overtime. Looks like they're going under center again. 2 tight ends balanced. Tight I formation. Rattler under center. Snap, quarterback sneak, pushing, and he falls into the end zone. It's a touchdown. I think this time it will count.
I honestly think that Texas hurt themselves with that timeout. You know, they had Oklahoma trying to react a little bit there. We were going to pass it, try and sprint out a little bit. Looked like they had good initial surge there. But then after they knew that we might pass it, they weren't nearly as aggressive there right over the football. Good job.
I mean, do we have Drake? Do we have any Pepto in the booth? Gabe Burkich for the extra point try. Second overtime. Snap is down. Kick is good. 45-38. Pretty gutsy by the Oklahoma offense after they sat over there forever. Trailing and needing a touchdown in overtime number 1. They got it. The big catch by Stogner on the goal line. Overtime number 2. They bang it in on 4th down. The defense has got its breath now. Can they make a play? And the option of going for 2 for Texas becomes much larger now, you would think. They have to, starting with the next overtime. But they got to get there first from the 25.
Here's where they have the advantage now. 4 downs every time to get a first down. If they get tight, 4 downs to get into the end zone.
Second overtime, 45-38 Oklahoma. Ingram the back. Ehlinger in shotgun, sends a man in motion. Shotgun snap, play action, he'll roll right, runs back left, they hemmed it up well. No gain. Isaiah Thomas continues his big day.
Really good job there. They're trying a motion all the way across the formation, fake it on the inside. Ehlinger, I think, was going to keep it on the outside, but really got cut off and forced back into the numbers.
2nd and 10 from the 25. Texas in all whites, going left to right in front of us. Double overtime. Trips right for Ehlinger, 1 left. He's got it. Sooners twist up front. Scrambling, rolling left, gets away. Bounces outside of the 20 to the 15. Cuts at the 10 to the 5, touchdown. Wow. A 25-yard weaving touchdown run for Sam Ehlinger. And I do not see a kicker. Here they come. It looked like he might be sacked, but he pulled off a magic trick.
Really was a nice play by Ehlinger. We had him surrounded in the pocket. He did a good job just of getting out of the pocket and then got over there on the edge. I think he was just going for the first down and thought, well, I'll try and cut back and get a few more, and we missed 2 tackles, and he's into the end zone.
Lincoln Riley pointed to the big screen. A big hold was missed on Brian Asamoah.
Cameron Dicker has to make this to get us to a 3rd overtime. They are reviewing the play. You can't review a hold. They're just reviewing as to whether Ehlinger stepped out anywhere.
He tight-lined it pretty good. From the replays I've seen, I didn't see him step out.
Ruling on a field of a touchdown is under review.
Boys, we're never leaving here tonight.
Boy, they sure waited a long time to even...
They waited a long time to then lay out that they're going to take more time.
It's another official review brought to you by Noble McIntyre, McIntyre Law. Download the McIntyre Law app for a chance to win a VIP experience to this year's Bedlam game. I haven't seen a replay yet. They're showing it on the big screen right now. That step is in bounds. That one's in bounds.
Yeah, there's no question he's in.
They showed that one originally, and I don't know why the review booth felt like after watching that they need to come back and review.
Review's over.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field is confirmed. It's a touchdown.
I think you just, you're in double overtime here, and you don't want to make an egregious error, so
yeah,
they're just being safe.
Look at Toby standing up for the officials.
It'd be a good time for Dicker, the kicker, to drive one a little too low, wouldn't it?
I agree. Everyone that he kicks now, we've had bad vantage points before, but every one of them looks like he's pulled it left. But
here's the extra point try to send us to overtime number 3. Snap is down, kick is away, and it's good. And we play on in Dallas. We'll take a 1-minute bonus network break. We're headed to a third overtime at OU Texas 116. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College. Well, we knew when the day started this would be one for the ages because of everything surrounding it. It is now also one for the ages because of the game itself. First ever triple overtime game in OU football history. And it comes in the Red River Showdown. We'll switch into the field. Texas will have the ball first. Both teams must go for 2 now if they score. 45-45. A game that looked to be cruising toward an Oklahoma win, then went off the rails. Ehlinger in the shotgun. Texas going right to left in overtime 3. Whittington in motion. Ehlinger runs it himself left. Looks to be stacked up, but he gets it to the 20. He's able to bang his way to the 19. That's 6 yards.
Yeah, that's their quarterback sweep formation. They love it with that little wing player there on the edge. They can bump that contained player, then get up to the backers, plus have a lead blocker with Ehlinger in numbers. The big play for him.
There have been 3 prior OU games that have gone 2 overtimes. Baylor in 05, the Tennessee game in Knoxville, and the Rose Bowl against Georgia. First 3 overtime game. They spot it closer to the 20, 2nd and 5. Ehlinger, quick throw out, caught by Whittington. He's got a lead blocker, and he gets near the first down marker at the 15. Where did he step out?
Just short. No, they're going to give it to him. Where the lines judge originally was standing, Toby, he was short, but I think he was just getting out of his way.
1st and 10 at the 15. An Ehlinger run and a Whittington catch moves the chains for Texas. Shotgun snap, Ehlinger rolling right, looking to throw, stretching it out. He'll just throw it away. Throws it into that student section over there. Sooners defended that well in the secondary. 2nd and 10.
Good job there. They looked like they were going to try a deep shot, corner route in the end zone. Eagles released inside and then tried to fight his way back outside to get to that back pylon and just really could never get the route going. Good job really, stopping his release. He never got that momentum going downfield.
2nd and 10. Woody Washington made what you thought at the time might be the game-winning INT on this end of the field a while ago. Sooners haven't stopped Texas since. Ehlinger back to pass. Being pushed backwards, rolling left, throws, incomplete. Pressure was closing in on him. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Perrion Winfrey's hot, Ted. He feels like he's getting held nonstop inside.
Well, this time they go to empty, and they've been running those crossers trying to get the picks in the middle of the field. This time it looked like they were going to do it, and everyone stopped and ran release routes back to the outside, and we defended it nicely.
Can they force a field goal try in overtime 3?
Got to hem in Ehlinger here on your pass rush. Don't let him get through the middle or around the outside.
3rd and 10 from the 15, Ehlinger. Straight drop, looking right. Nearly caught from behind. Now he's being chased, and he got him! It was Benito! It's a sack back to the 16, and Texas going to have to settle for 3.
And Benito gets another one from that little spy position there. He looks like he's rushing off the edge on the snap. He just drops back a little bit, has his eyes on Ehlinger, and just tries to react if he's going to break contain, and he was right there in a perfect spot.
Cameron Dicker 1 for 1 today. He made from 33. This also from 33, just inside the left hash. To put Texas on top in triple overtime. There's the kick. It's blocked! It's blocked! They blocked it! Oklahoma can win it with a field goal.
Good job. Just fight right up the middle.
The low kick finally got him, Teddy.
We've been talking about it all day. The trajectory on his kicks is not good. He hits that low liner, which, if you're kicking a 50, 55-yarder, that helps. But when you're close, those D linemen, if they can get any push at all and get those hands up.
Oh, it's Perry on Winfrey. 8 is enough. The Sooners take over at the 25 now, and any kind of points wins it.
Teddy, there was so much confusion too from Agwebu and Stripling as to where they needed to line up, and it was a Perry on Winfrey bull rush that made the difference.
Yeah, just great penetration. That's what kills any kick, whether it's low or kicked with good trajectory. You get that type of penetration, you get a paw up. That's how you block kicks from the interior.
Can be really conservative here offensively.
Handoff Pledger. Cuts back right. He gets a yard. That's it. Slammed down by Moro Ojimo at the 24. Pledger out. Marcus Major in.
He's got to be smart with the football here. No turnovers. Get as much yardage as you can, but remain conservative.
Chris Plank, you got an eye on Gabe Burkich down there?
He's warming up right in front of me, and he just stopped warming up and is standing. Get a little fist bump from his special teams coach. He's ready.
Double backs. Ball's in the middle of the field at the 24. 2nd and 9. Stoops in motion. Rattler in the shotgun. He's got it. Play action. Rolling right. Dumps to the Bullfrog. Turns it up to the 20. Pulling defenders to the 15-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. I think he'll be a half-yard shy. Valuable yardage, though. It'll be 3rd and 1.
This is that play we were talking about earlier, Gabe and I, whenever we were down on the goal line, that Niner boot, roll out. You get the fullback in the flat, plus you've got a little pick route with the wide receivers.
Guys, I'd like to go on the record saying I never like leaving it in the hands of the kicker. I'd like for them to score a touchdown. I'm just going to point that out.
3rd and half a yard. Major on the right hip of Rattler. They hand it to him. Cuts right, cuts it back up. He's got the first down as he dives to the 14. Marcus Major. Move the chains. We are in triple overtime in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. We will need 4 more hours to recap what has happened in the previous 4 hours, if and when this game finishes. A blocked field goal try has given Oklahoma a chance to win it here in the 3rd overtime with any kind of points. 1st and 10 from the 14. Rattler rolling right. He'll tuck it up, cuts it up, slides down at the 14, and it looks like they're playing for the field goal here. And indeed, on 2nd down, here comes Gabe Burkich. You like it?
I mean, I'd rather run it in for a touchdown, just like Gabe said. I mean, you're doing it on an early down, so you have an opportunity in case there's a bad snap. You could just fall on it and regroup.
Gabe Burkich on from 31 to win it. Dicker, the kicker, did it 2 years ago, a walk-off. Can Burkich answer? Timeout, Tom Herman.
Timeout called by Texas. That's their one and only of this overtime period.
According to Dennis Stats Kelly, Oklahoma has never had a walk-off field goal winner. There has always been some time left on the clock. That's what they're trying to do right here.
You think?
What do you think about kicking it on 2nd?
I mean,
it doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't to me either. I don't care if he makes it. You know,
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. But I mean, you can run it right up the middle, get 2-3 more yards. I don't know. Maybe Burkich loves from 31. Maybe that's the sweet spot.
That's his spot.
Ball's right in the middle of the field. Burkich 1 for 1 today. 4 for 5 on the year. 21 of 22 in his career. Here we go. To win it in triple overtime. Snap back, hold down, kick is away, and it's no good. He missed it. He pulled it left. And we're headed to a 4th overtime.
That's why you keep pounding it with the running game.
I just don't understand.
We'll take a 1-minute bonus network break. We play on in Dallas. This is Sooner football from Learfield IMG College.
.45 here. Sooners have the football. And what are we at? For fourth overtime now?
Fourth overtime.
Let's go. Gabe, any concerns about kicking on second down?
Yes, I think I made it very clear I did not like that decision, Plank.
From the 25, Oklahoma the ball first. Rattler back to pass in the fourth overtime. Back shoulder, Charleston Rambo can't hang on. Down around the 5, broken up by Deshaun Jameson.
I like that back shoulder throw there by Spencer Rattler. Rambo tries to come back and make a play on it, and he's got it in his hands, but batted out the last second by the defender.
2nd and 10. Sooners go a little tempo here. Snap to Rattler. Straight drop, steps up, throws late toward the end zone. Caught! It's Stoops! Drake Stoops! Touchdown! Aha! The kid! They've got to go for 2. A 25-yard touchdown pass to Drake Stoops. The Red River Showdown is off the rails.
And a great job there by Spencer Rattler. I love this throw. Drops back, gets a little bit of pressure, steps up into an open area, and just delivers a strike on Drake Stoops, who ran a crossing route. He started on the right side in the slot, and he caught that ball all the way over on the left hash on that angle crossing route. Defender was well behind him. He was wide open, and boy, Rattler put it right on him.
Delay is because there's an injured Longhorn player in the end zone. Toby, did you get your trip get eyes on who that is down there? No.
It's Chris Brown, the defensive back.
Again, it's a second time for him.
First catch today for Drake, I believe. Yep. No, second. I'm sorry. Second catch for Drake Stoops today.
All right, boys, what do we dial up here for a 2-point play?
Spider Y banana. It's the only play I know.
The John Gruden Spider 2Y banana.
Oh, it's I forgot the 2. My bad.
I like that. The play we ran last set of downs, the one we've talked about, that Niner boot, is a good play. You can get a pick route by the 2 wide receivers to try and rub one of the defenders out of position. You get a fullback in the flat or the running back in the flat as an option, and then the quarterback also, if it's covered, has the option to pull it up and run for the touchdown, because all those guys are in coverage over there, and there's such a short span between where the quarterback is in the end zone that you don't have time to turn your coverage away to come up and rally and make a play. And just by the nature of the boot, because he fakes it on the same side that he's rolling out to, you're on the edge of the defense immediately.
Here we go. 2-point try. They'll put the ball at the 3-yard line on the left hash. They go Rambo, Weiss, and Stoops to the right. Stogner tight end right. They're overloaded. Marcus Major the back.
And Stogner's ineligible here. He's covered up by the wide receiver and unbalanced.
Snap. Rattler rolling right, looking, throws, caught! Theo Weiss! T-Weezy! It's so easy! And the Sooners are up 53-45.
I love it. Sprint route here, and good. It's good coverage on top of Theo Weiss, and Rattler puts it in the perfect spot, throws it to the outside. Defender can't quite get there. Weiss just bobbles it for an instant and then latches onto it for the 2-point conversion. Great play.
Pressure is on Sam Ehlinger in Texas again. They must score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to get to a 5th overtime.
Well, you feel like every time someone comes off the field that the wind is totally out of their sails. Like when our offense took the field after that field goal miss, I was like, boy, that body language doesn't look good, but they go right down the field.
Ehlinger has thrown 50 passes today. Here comes number 51. Steps up in the pocket, throws, crossing pattern, caught at the 20-yard line, tackled. Jordan Whittington, Pat Fields wrestled him to the ground. It's a nice gain of 7, though, to the 18. That is his 10th catch today.
He hit that on that crosser. I thought we had him by a horse collar.
Ehlinger. Handoff, Bijan Robinson hit at the 15. No, he's pushing his way to the 10. He got lost in the pile. It's a first down. It'll be first and goal as they'll put the ball at the 9.5.
Lost his shoe.
Texas, the advantage of going second here. They've got 4 downs now inside the 10-yard line to try and get into the end zone.
Fourth overtime, 53-45 Oklahoma. First and goal from the 9.
It's QB sweep formation that they've been running all day.
Man in motion, Ehlinger runs it out to the left, forced to cut it up. Flag down, and he's tackled at the 9 for no gain.
Isaiah Thomas is hurt.
Junior Ungalau looked guilty on top of Isaiah Thomas.
Holding, offense number 75. 10 yards from the previous spot. It's first down.
Isaiah Thomas.
Coming on the field for an injury.
He's got him hooked whenever they both go to the ground, and that big tackle's on top of him. This almost looks like a collarbone that you see with quarterbacks sometimes when they get tackled and the big D lineman's on top of him.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he's reaching at right now, Ted. I think you're dead on.
That would be a shame.
And to add to the injury, Ailes, our spotter Greg Blackwood pointed out that Brian Asamoah seemed to be favoring his left arm, kind of dangling a bit. He's pointing to his shoulder right now. He's with Cesar Martinez, who's one of the members of the football staff, the strength staff, not one of the trainers, that's coming to massage that left shoulder. So
they got Josh Ellison over there, too. They got 2 guys on the field right now, Ellison and Thomas. Ellison being helped up. Thomas now being helped up. I mean, there's not enough ice at the State Fair of Texas for what we're going to need after this game.
They got a bye week next week. They'll be fine.
Good to see Ellison jogging off, so that's a good sign.
So the ball's back at the 19 after the penalty. It'll be first and goal from the 19 for Texas. We are 4 hours and 40 minutes of football and counting. Overtime number 4. Perrion Winfrey out there on the defensive line. Marcus Stripling. LaRon Stokes. Ehlinger out of the shotgun. Sends Bijan Robinson out slot right. Has the snap. Ehlinger back to pass. Deep drop, backpedaling, lobs it out, threw it low, and it's caught. Thank you very much. It was
Nice
Cade Brewer
catch.
that worked very hard to catch it for a 3-yard loss. If he drops it, they would be 3 yards further downfield. So second and goal now back at the 23.
Isaiah Thomas is up, moving that left arm around. He's walking towards the coaches like he wants to try to get back in here, guys.
This is the highest scoring OU Texas game ever.
I hope we keep the pressure on him here.
Ruling on the field of a catch is under review.
I hope he caught it. It's actually closer to a 4-yard loss if this is a completed pass.
This is good. It gives Isaiah Thomas a little bit more time to recover. They didn't really go too in-depth whenever they were checking on that shoulder/collarbone, so that seems to be a good sign right now as he's walking around. And what do you guys think? Let's see.
I mean, I sure thought he caught it in live action.
Getting the big screen look at it here. It looks as if his hands are under it. The ball pops up just a little bit after he does. By the way, it gives us a moment to remind you that when you visit Mizzen and Main at Class and Curve, wear your OU gear for 15% off every Friday this fall. That's 15% off at Mizzen and Main. Dress like a champion.
The ball hit the ground. It's an incomplete pass. Ball will be returned to the previous spot at the 19-yard line. It's second down.
Good break for Texas, bad break for OU. So it's second and goal now from the 19. It's a 4-yard difference. Texas needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
I sure hope we stay aggressive here. You know, we've a couple of times we've only rushed 3 and we've dropped 8 guys out of there. And typically a good defense, but Ehlinger's just been killing us with his legs.
Ehlinger in the shotgun. He's got it. Sooners twist up front. He has time. Lob toward the end zone. It's intercepted. Trey Brown. You can unhitch the wagon. Oklahoma wins in 4 overtimes.
I don't know what they're looking at, but there's going to be a review here.
Ruling on the field of an interception has been confirmed. The game is over.
Never mind. No little screen. Win column.
Wow. I need a nap. Oklahoma 53, Texas 45. Unstinking believable. And the gold hat will remain in Norman. Teddy, say something.
I mean, I love that the defense had the opportunity to go out there and win the football game. You know, offensively, we went first in this round in overtime, punched it in, got the 2-point conversion. The pressure at that point is heavily on Texas. We get a big penalty there that puts them way behind the 8 ball and come up with a big turnover. Man, we've been talking about it with this defense that, you know, where are the turnovers? And we forced our fair share today. Good job by those guys. And going up and battling, I mean, it's hot out there. You guys down there on the sidelines have been talking about it all day. Hot, humid, we've been cramping. Gabe was talking about our guys going into the locker room at halftime that they were barely able to make it up the ramp. And here we are almost 5 hours later, and gutsy effort.
Creed Humphreys.
He's got it.
Creed Humphreys got the flag, Toby. Does anyone have any gas left to run this thing around the field?
It may be more of a jog from 56.
I believe I owe everyone an apology. I believe I said in the scene center today that in 3.5 hours, someone would plant the flag. I was off by about an hour and a half. Creed Humphrey has it. He's walking it to the 40.
No nonsense from 56, just
45,
straight to it.
And he's waving it as they give him room at midfield. The pride of Shawnee plants it. That had to feel good. They ran right behind him in overtime a couple of times. Wow. Well, let's take a timeout. We have a lot to discuss in the postgame show. The longest football game in OU history and the highest scoring OU Texas game ever, seen by the fewest fans in a long, long time. And Oklahoma wins it 53-45.